Hello everyone, welcome or welcome back to my channel. This is Hazel Lucia Tarot and I am your tarot reader Stephanie. Today's reading is about what people have heard about you. This could be one particular person or a group of people and what they have been hearing about you, what they have been seeing online, any rumors that have been circulating, as well as how that has been affecting you or if any of these rumors are right as well. We have 5 piles here for you today. Pile 1, we have this lovely red jasper heart. Pile 2, we have a lepidolite palm stone. Pile 3, we have a clear quartz tower. This is one of my favorites. Ooh. Pile 4, we have an orange calcite heart. And pile 5, we have a soapstone owl. So take a few deep breaths, think about your person, your people, or even like your reputation, whatever's going on right now, and I'll be ready for your reading whenever you are. Hello there, pile 1. If you chose the red jasper heart, then we have your reading here for you about what people have heard about you, specifically what one person on your mind has heard about you. So I'm pretty sure at the beginning of the video, I haven't recorded the intro yet, but I ask you to keep one person or maybe a group of people on your mind to see what they have heard about you, just in case you think people are acting odd about you, or if there's like been any either gossip or just misinformation being spread about you, whatever the case may be. I was guided to do this one. So let's see. We're going to start with the oracles to see, one, how you are being viewed. These are what these 3 cards are meant to do. And then any other card that I shuffle is going to be the news that they've heard or any rumors or whatever information. So we have Miriam Makeba. If times are broken, it's our job to mend them. Okay, that is annoying. Who marked this card? Oh my gosh. Okay, this is gonna annoy me. Okay, we're back. Sorry, I don't know how it got this little like black marking. I don't even know what that was. Hopefully it was just ash. But the card says, if the times are broken, it is our job to mend them. Your joy makes fools of your oppressors. An age of liars. In an age of liars, the truth is dynamite. So I definitely feel like you're being surrounded by people who are trying to say some stuff about you, but I feel like your best way to oppose this or your best way to combat this is to just be in your joyous energy. After all, your joy makes fools of your oppressors. And in an age of liars, the truth is dynamite. I feel like with truth being dynamite, I feel like you understand what the truth is and you don't seem to care what people have to say. But you're definitely somebody that if people were to ask you the truth, you'd be very honest. I don't think you have anything to hide because people are definitely talking about you, hence why you are here. We have the gem. Oh, somebody here sees you as the gem for sure. Specifically, like if we were to see the people surrounding you, it's like they're this weird looking black and white and gray energy, and this kind of looks like grass or even worms, something, but you're the gem among all of this. I feel like regardless, you are shining. We also have winter. So the winter season could be important here. It could also be that you are going through a winter of some sort. And by winter, I mean like the ending. Maybe this is surrounding a particular ending between you and somebody else or you and some other decision. I feel like there is something about, there could even be a question about an ending, like whether something is still going on or whether you have ended something. But with the gem, I definitely see that people view you in a positive light. Even if they are talking about you, they still see you in a very positive light. Even if the rumors about you are negative, they still see you in a positive light. Or people are very willing to see the positive side of you because there's something about your personality, your energy, the person you are that is just like, I'm hearing you glitter like gold, but I'm also hearing not all that glitters is gold. And that's not to say that you're not gold. It's more like not just because you're shining doesn't mean that you're not going through something, which is weird because I've never heard that particular saying be taken that way. That's just what Spirit is trying to tell me. So, by the way, I do not know who Miriam Makeba is. If you do, let me know, but I've never really heard of any of her music. But regardless, I feel like she's inspiring you to be joyous in front of your haters and to not worry about what lies are being told because you hold the truth. With winter, like I said, it could technically be winter when this happens, or there is an ending of some sorts, but with every winter comes a spring afterwards. So let's get more cards for you. We have the stairs. Something about you going up in ranks or something about you stepping into something different, because I feel like you're going upwards here where this rainbow, and even this is supposed to kind of be a new moon or a waxing moon, I feel. So there's something about your future progression that people are talking about as well, especially after an ending. Let's get some glyph cards. We have, okay, you got 2 cards. We have Flames, Illumination. And Crown, Sovereignty. Look, people respect you. Doesn't matter what they're saying, people respect you. I do think there might be some questions regarding your choices. With Illumination here, I feel like they want to be enlightened by you. I feel like they want to hear from you what you have to say, because it seems like whatever they're talking about is something that, well, either it just doesn't make sense to them, or it could be like, if it is something negative that they're talking about, I feel like they would rather hear from you, because it seems like you would make sense. Like if they hear a particular situation had gone down, it would make sense coming from you, or they feel like you would have your reasons behind it. Like for whatever reason, people really do believe in you, or people have like this kind of respect for you here with Sovereignty. We have the 2nd house, patiently, what you want, get what you need. So the 2nd house I typically see as money. So I feel like they do care about your finances. They care about what it is that you've got going on. If you own something of high value, like a car or real estate, they do wonder about that. Maybe they've heard that you sold something and have come into money, or that you made some sort of business deal, or maybe something about your salary as well. Something about your finances, your assets is very important to the people who are talking about you. Let's get more cards. But the things people are saying about you are very positive. It could inspire jealousy. We have Gaia, Earth. Yeah, very earthy energy. You could be a Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo, or you could just have earthy energy in general, or important placements in those signs. And then I feel like I'm using all the goddess decks today. Let's go ahead and do this one. We have Yamaya, Hope. Yamaya. One more deck. People really do respect you. It's almost like they're afraid of talking about you, because either they feel like it will get back to you somehow, especially if you're in a higher position. For example, at work, if you're in a high position, they somehow fear that it will get back to you. Or if you're a very influential person in your friend group or something along those lines, they fear that you will hear about this. We have the Alchemist, Metamorphosis, Death, and Endurance. And they're also very aware that you're a lot more powerful. If you're not aware how powerful you are, then these people definitely are. It's almost like there's a fear. And by fear, I mean a respect. A fear and respect here of the things that you're going through. Some of you could literally be elevating yourself in status. Maybe people have heard that you're going up, because the stairs makes me think of ascending to a higher status. So maybe people know that you have a... For example, and this used to happen a lot in some of the workplaces I've been, people find out that they get promoted before everybody. Like everybody else finds out that someone got promoted before they do, because people just run their mouths. That's what I'm seeing. So some of you could literally be coming into a lot of money, or into a better, higher paying job. And people are just, yeah, that would explain why they see you as a gem. Fierce serenity. There's a fierceness to you, Pile 1. People fear you, not just because, like I said, you're powerful. Even if you're not powerful, you would definitely come off that way. I feel like this could also be something that they've heard about you, especially newer people who don't really know you, is that you are capable of creating anything here, especially with this Gaia card. It's kind of like you create, you're bountiful, you're abundant, and you're definitely somebody of worth, regardless of whether money is a question here or not. You're somebody of worth, you're somebody of integrity and sovereignty. I feel like you could easily go into any position that you want. Not only that, but you obtain things without much struggle. And if you were ever to be put in any position, people would definitely rally behind you, because they know that you've deserved it. This is kind of giving like queen bee energy, or queen bee status, which is weird, because I do feel like you have haters, but they are quickly shut down. They are quickly shut down by the people around you. If anybody ever hears somebody say something negative about you, either they shut them down, and or they don't say anything, because they know the person talking about it is just absolutely jealous. Like they almost feel bad for people who talk bad about you, because it's like, well, of course you're talking bad about that person. You're completely nothing compared to Pile 1. And maybe you don't like hearing that. Maybe that sounds a little mean, but I do feel that people will defend you. With this Winter card, like I said, there's something that has come to an end. Maybe that is some sort of reign, if you will, because we do have the crown here. Maybe there is like an era of your life that has come to an end and you're moving on to a different one, or maybe a certain connection, a certain era of your life as well. I feel like excuse me, confirmation, I guess. There's something here with hope. Like, even if people see you go through negative things, they know you will end up just fine because you're an alchemist. Alchemy here letting me know, again, you have a lot of power. With gem, it's kind of like people don't expect you to be as powerful as you are when you first meet them or when they first meet you, especially if you're somebody who's a little bit more unassuming. And I get this a lot with people who are like, either you dress very plainly or you come off as a little bit more introverted, or maybe you're a little bit, I don't know, especially if you're a woman, if you're more on the quiet and petite side, which, you know, same, that's how I've always been. And then people get to know you and they see that you have this sparkling energy, this sparkling personality, that you are really very much worthy of your status. I keep hearing that. I don't know what it is that you do, pile one, but you're capable of bringing in a very flourishing springtime after a very harsh winter. Maybe people have even seen you do this. Like, they've seen you bring out, like, make the best out of nothing or make the most out of something here. You also give people hope, like you inspire them to do better. I feel like you're really good at giving them practical advice, especially surrounding money or assets or anything along those lines, so that they can flourish. And I feel like people have followed your financial advice or even just very practical advice when it comes to career, and they've become better because of it, regardless of whether they give you any credit or whether they actually tell you this or not. With fierce serenity, this is supposed to be the strength card in this particular deck, so I definitely feel like you're good at overcoming. You've got spirit, and people respect you here. It wouldn't surprise me if people want to see you in positions of power because they know you would do well with this. It's kind of like you're a natural born leader, even if it's just for your intelligence, because people want to see you lead. They want to see what you can create out of something that is barren here with winter, because your energy comes off as very, very fertile and very knowledgeable and very illuminating. And the area where you are around seems a little barren or a little bit lifeless or a little bit something here. If this is about a place that you have left behind, it seems lifeless without you, or it seems more chaotic. I feel like you brought some sort of stability and fertility to the particular area. Again, strong earth energy here. So Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, there's something about, and I don't like it when people call earth signs boring, because boring isn't necessarily bad, but they forget how much stability there is within that boring energy. It's like, yeah, it's like you get the same thing every day, but there's a consistency there. And with that consistency, we build results. So I feel like that's the kind of energy that you provide to this environment, to this group of people or the area, whatever the case may be. People know you're going to be successful because it's inevitable with the habits that you have. For some of you, there's also something about your hair. Like maybe some of you have like very, very, I'm hearing very healthy looking hair, whatever that may mean to you. And there's also something here about, I just keep hearing flourishing. Things will flourish under you. And people know this. And this is what people are talking about. They also feel like you always get what you want, for better or worse. Yeah, I'm hearing somebody say, be careful what you wish for. Even as I'm saying this, by the way, I'm playing with my hair, and I don't really do that during my recordings. Maybe somebody here really wants to play with your hair. Or they're going to offer and ask you, it's like, hey, can I do your hair? Especially if you have, like, I know, like girls who go to beauty school, they always want somebody that they can practice their hair skills on. Whether that's dyeing hair especially, I know. Like, they always go after the girls with the long hair, because I know I have that. Or braiding, like maybe they want to practice braiding as well. But yeah, I feel like so far what people have heard about you is that you're really good and that you're going places and that you are capable of an immense amount of wealth. Also, there's something about your natural beauty here, especially those of you who like don't work out or anything, like you just have a naturally beautiful body. Or maybe you've stopped working out and you still have a really great body, which is very interesting. That's not everybody, but let's go ahead and move on to the tarot portion, because I want to see more in depth what people have heard about you, specifically who has heard what. So let's see who these people are. And this isn't really meant to be a gossip kind of reading. I feel like I wanted it to be a little bit more lighthearted. So we're using the Empyrean Tarot to see what people have heard about you. I'm sorry for my awful shuffling skills. I told myself I'd be better at it this year, and I feel like I am. But it used to be worse, I promise. Okay, so for my pile one, Who are the people that are talking about this? Who are these people, or who is this person? We have the Eight of Pentacles, easily a workplace situation, or somebody who's just really keeping up with your, either with your status, your money, your earnings. Somebody here, I mean, that could easily be like a boss or something, but this is easily the workplace. It could also be the gym, because when I think of like they're keeping track of your progress, this could easily be somebody at the gym, like a personal trainer, or even online. It could be your social media following, especially if they've seen that you've gone through like a massive following. You know how when some people keep up with like their favorite people, their favorite YouTubers, whatever, on social media, and there's a notable difference between when they first started and then a few years later when they come into money, or when they clearly have a bigger budget to work with. That's what I'm seeing. So take it as it resonates. But these are people who are aware of your finances or the things that you have. These are the people who are aware of your gains. And just to clarify, what exactly are they saying? Yeah, that you've changed. With death here, something has come to an ending. Like I said, the winter. So something has ended. Specifically, what has ended though? Let me get a clarifier for that. So what specifically has come to an end? Because regardless of what's going on, they do support you. Ooh, the Six of Cups. Either it's a friendship, or if it was more romantic, then it was a relationship where clearly there was a lot more fun, or it could have been, I mean, this is nostalgia. Either this is like a friendship that came to an end, a relationship that felt a little immature that came to an end, or maybe one of you was more immature. This could also be seen as like a past relationship, or a relationship that lasted since childhood, or that had been very long, that came to an end. Regardless, I do feel like it has something to do with your interpersonal relationships. I feel like something has ended. So that doesn't surprise me. I feel like people are very curious about falling outs with people. Anytime two people divorce or break up, you know, everybody makes it their business. Or at the very least, they get very curious about this. So yeah. Either a friendship or a romantic relationship. And what exactly are they saying? Ooh, we've got the Five of Swords. There's two camps. Either people always knew this was going to happen. People always knew that it wouldn't work out. And even the people who did believe it worked out somehow feel that you're still better off without it. Like it was a no-win situation, or like the hope for this surviving was very slim. Doesn't matter how long it was. I feel like a lot of people thought it was only a matter of time. Can I get clarification on that though? And I hate to say it, I really do. Like I said, if so, people are still on your side, pile one. Yeah, the Six of Wands. I feel like there were people kind of rooting for this. Or maybe they understood that it was only physical, because we do have Wands energy here. But it's kind of like people wanted to see this work out. Like, I think at best people were hoping that somebody here would either, like, it would be, I'm getting enemies to lovers for some of you, or it could also be like a situationship that turns into something more. Like somebody was hoping, like there were people rooting for this, but they also understand why it couldn't work out. So either way, like they're not surprised. At most, maybe disappointed. And maybe there's people out there who are still believing in this and hope that it can turn around. Anything that people may do as a result of this. My questions are going to change pile by pile, by the way, depending on what the information that comes out is. So we have the Five of Cups. Oh. I'm hearing what can be saved by this. I feel like there are people who are trying to get you back together, because we have the Two Cups here. And of course, Two Cups makes you think of the Two of Cups. So there are people out there who like again, they're divided. Some people kind of wish that you two would get back together. But I feel like the majority of people just feel like, yeah, it's a lost cause anyway. I don't think they're meant to be together. But good for pile one for getting out of that situation. And then the last card, anything else that needs to be revealed? So for a lot of you, you've left behind the relationship or a friendship or something, but people kind of already knew the shadiness of it. We have the Seven of Pentacles. And you know what's odd? They don't want you working towards this anymore. If this is a work situation, or like a situation where you were trying to get some sort of either a leg up in your career or a promotion, they understand that Oh, that makes actual sense. Like, I feel like some of you tried to go back to a former position in hopes that you would gain something more from it, and instead you get the same results that you got. So it was like a no-win situation. Like, maybe you even feel that you wasted your time, and people know and see and understand that, and yet they still believe that one day you will get that, or that maybe now was not the right time. So instead, it's like, okay, time to tap out and just focus on the positive here. But they do see that you're not going to work toward this anymore, because with the Seven of Pentacles reversed, it's like you put in a lot of work and people even see the work that you put into this, but it's like you're deciding to not pursue it anymore. And that's fair. You're like, if things show up for me, then they show up for me and I'll take advantage of that. But if they don't, I'm not going to go out of my way to degrade myself for this particular situation. Because either this is a work situation or like a friend or love relationship kind of thing, and people know and understand, and maybe they're even advising you to no longer put any effort toward it because you've done more than enough. Like I said, they're on your side. They actually see the injustice in when it comes to you. They see that things have not been in your favor, or that things have not been fair to you. Pile one. And I'm glad that people understand this, because this whole situation is all revolving around the ending of something. Let's get some, I want to see your perspective or how you're being affected by this. We have the Lovers reversed. So most of you believe that people are talking about your love life. Yeah, I think they are. I think they are. If this is, or your former relationship, depending, like, you honestly believe people are talking about the people that you've been around. And I feel like you fear that more than anything. It's like you don't want people to think bad about either you or your person or the situation. Honestly, I feel like you would just prefer if they didn't say anything about anyone at all. But I feel like it's gotten out of your hands already. We've got the Nine of Swords, my poor pile. My poor pile one. Like I said, I feel like you just wish people didn't know about this, or that you hope they don't know how much you've suffered over it. Like, maybe you're playing it really cool and saying that, you know, it wasn't anywhere near that bad, but the truth is you probably suffered more over this than you would like to admit. Or you're keeping your negativity to a minimum, at least for them. Because honestly, it's not their business, but somehow it's become their business. We have the Eight of Cups, and honestly, you've moved on from this emotionally. You have moved on from this emotionally, thankfully, but you still don't want people to bring up certain things, because I feel like if people bring up certain things or situations, you're going to get very annoyed with it, and it might even put you in your feelings. You might be afraid that you might, I don't know, it's like reliving that wound that this particular situation has put you in, and you don't want to hear about it from anyone. And maybe certain people are just really good at getting you in your feelings about this. Or if somebody brings up a certain thing, like you're just going to go back to that because you had something that made you really happy and now you don't. Or something that you put a lot of hope on, something that you thought would fulfill you. And the truth is you have a hard time being positive about it. You'll be positive for the people around you, but you yourself alone, you have a hard time being positive about it and you don't want to talk about it. So I see you hiding your feelings from this group of people, and that's fair because I don't feel like they're close to you at all. This really does feel like coworkers or people who are otherwise invested in your private life when they themselves are not part of your private life. And the Queen of Swords, cool, calm, and collected. You're handling this so well. You always have the perfect thing to say when people ask you about it. You always approach this with a very logical mind, even with a very emotionally detached mind, which is odd because look at all these water cards that we have here. And look at even this Nine of Swords. These are all feelings. These are all major feelings that you have towards a situation that you thought would work out. And because it didn't, you're having to save face by detaching yourself emotionally from the whole situation. So no wonder people really rally behind you. They feel like you're very mature about this, like you're really handling this very well, especially if they know that they themselves wouldn't handle it very well. You, at least on the surface, are handling it well. Behind closed doors, probably not. But that's your business and not theirs. So kudos to you, pile one. You really do know how to handle your difficult situations, because I feel like this is not the first time. In fact, the only major arcana cards we have here are the Lovers reversed and Death. So this must be about something that you truly cared about or that you even loved. So whether it was a person, people, or even like a passion, like a job that you were very passionate about. Back of the deck, we have Temperance. Yeah, you are healing. You've been healing. And you understand that healing is a process. What I feel like you don't appreciate, though, is that people are somehow talking about it as if it was their own situation. Or people who are perpetuating a lot of a lot of things that are just not their business. And that's fair. I'm gonna get some, let me get some astro dice. So we have the second house again. This could be about your finances. We have Aquarius. Some of you could be Aquarius or have Aquarius in the second house, which makes you likely to either be, I mean, you could still be an Aquarius rising, but you could also be a Capricorn rising, which makes a lot of sense. Capricorn rising, Capricorn in general does care a lot about their image. And then we have Saturn. Well, is this Saturn or is this? Yeah, Saturn. Saturn and Jupiter look very similar. Like Saturn to me looks like an upside down Jupiter. And this is work. Again, I feel like this is in the workplace. This could be about your career. Or it could just be that whatever this was in the public eye. Or it was more in the public eye than you realize. You or your person or situation could be Aquarius. And by situation being Aquarian, I mean like it would be a job that would be Aquarian in nature. Either you worked in the community and or it was something online like I mentioned earlier. Second house lets me know that finances are somehow important here, but also comfort. Like I sometimes take the second house to mean like creature comfort, your comfort level, because it's very Taurian in nature. So this would be the foods you eat. This would be how you fall asleep, how you find comfort. What do you surround yourself with in order to feel not just nurtured, but like what do you gravitate towards? So I feel like whatever this was, you became comfortable with it. And it could be a situation, especially a work situation that you became comfortable with. But it wasn't meant to last, especially with that Aquarian nature there. I feel like Aquarius is Uranus, and Uranus likes to shake things up for no reason sometimes. So whatever this was, it ended abruptly. And I feel like it really shifted you abruptly as well. So you had to do a lot of healing from this. And it even gave you some sort of, maybe a bit of trauma, maybe a little bit of anxiety with the 9 of Swords here. But there's nobody better to handle that kind of anxiety than the Queen of Swords. So you've mastered something in having let this whole situation go. And I think only the people who truly understand you or people who are your closest friends would be able to understand just how deep the transformation was, just how deep the wounds have been, and just how much you've overcome. Like people don't give you credit for how much has happened. Yeah, Page of Cups reversed. And the Tower. There he is. There he is. I knew I felt the Tower here somewhere. So I feel like this was unexpected. It could also be that the whole situation seems very unlikely. Hence why people would rather hear about it from you. Because I feel like people do respect you in this situation regardless. But it doesn't seem like everybody wants to help you out. Maybe it's something that can't really be helped. But, you know, people like to be nosy, but not much else. So let's go ahead and get your cards. This is Alice's Romance Oracle, and how I am meaning to channel this is I'm going to just take the messages as messages from other people. So if there's anything romantic here, leave it out, unless, of course, it pertains to something romantic. For my pile 1. What do we have? Any channeled messages from their people, person. I am talking about you to others. Yeah, just confirmation that people are talking about you. If the subject matter that these people are talking about involves another person, are they also talking about pile 1 to other people? I'm just going to use my... Okay, that's a yes. So there's definitely... If you're thinking about somebody that people are talking about you with or that you were with, this person is definitely talking to other people about you. Is it the same people in this reading? Sorry, is it the same people in this reading though? No. So that person isn't talking to these people about you, but they are talking about you probably to their closer friends or to somebody outside of this environment. So yes, this person is talking about you if it was a former friend or a former lover, but they're not talking about you to this group of people that I think even they agree don't have any business in this. Like, I think it's just their close friends or family. Let's get more cards. We have, I've been trying to distract myself from my feelings. So yeah, somebody here has been trying to distract themselves from their feelings. It could also be that these people who are gossiping are trying to distract themselves by talking about other people. I keep writing and deleting messages. This is like people are hesitant to ask you about certain things. So it may not be messages exactly, but like they do hesitate in bringing something up, especially when they're curious about it. I effed up. Somebody definitely effed up here. Somebody ran their mouth and they shouldn't have. Not the person that they are talking about that used to be close to you, but somebody else left up here. I have a hard time communicating. Yeah. You make people close up and not want to talk about you because they fear what you may have to say or the repercussions. Like I said, they respect you, but there's also a fear here. And I can't get over you. Somebody here can't get over you, or somebody can't get over what they've heard about you. Somebody here may be obsessed with something here, which is kind of funny because it's like, well, it's not your business, so why are you getting hung up on it? And then the last cards I'm going to use are the tea leaves, just to clarify anything that has been spoken about or anything else about the subject matter. I think I should start using the tea leaves more in the beginning of the reading, but let's just use them right now at the end. For my pile 1. We have carrot, opportunity, or windfall. Yeah, some of you came into like either a lot of money or a really golden opportunity. It could also be the case that some of you got something that a lot of people wanted, but they just weren't able to achieve it somehow. Especially when it comes to an opportunity. Like you landed a role or a job that not a lot of people can get. We have bird flying. News is on the way. You will hear about this. Someone will tell you something. You have a close friend who keeps an eye on things, and I feel like they'll tell you. We have box. You will receive a gift. Oh, interesting. This may or may not have anything to do with this, but somebody will give you a gift. Vulture, depression, anxiety, worry that someone is against you. Yeah, some of you are worrying about a certain situation. Like I said, if you feel like somebody you know is talking to other people about your problems, it's not them. Not to these people, at least. They're talking to closer people or people that they trust, but not to this audience. We also have crown. Honor and respect will come to you. Like I said, people really, really respect you, including this person. If there's anybody who's, you know, done anything to you, even the people who are in charge, who meant to give you something and never did, they respect you. People definitely acknowledge that you are worthy of all the accolades and all the not all the worship, but all the good things that come to you, because you have earned your right to whatever it is that you wanted here, because you deserve it. Like, you work very hard towards this. People respect you. Like, I can't stress that enough. And they honor you as well. We had the crown come out twice, both in the oracles and here, letting me know. This could also be a call for some of you to tap into your crown chakra energy if you're more spiritual. But of course, you can take that as it resonates. And with box, I do feel like there's a secret about to be revealed. Like, yes, it may be a gift or something, but there's a secret about to be revealed here by somebody or somebody. Sorry, somebody or someone. Because the birds make me think of gossip. There's good gossip and there's bad gossip on the way. And there's people you can trust and people you can't trust as well. But this is where I leave it, pile 1. Thank you so much for letting me read for you. If you feel like doing so, you can like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next reading. Take care. Hello there, pile 2. If you chose the lepidolite palm stone, then we have your reading here for you about what people have heard about you. This could be a specific person, or it could be a group of people. Doesn't matter. I feel like we're just talking about what people have heard about you, as well as why and what else could be done about this. So, I'm going to go ahead and start with the oracles. These are meant to represent you and how you're being viewed, as well as what is being said about you. And then we're going to get more oracle cards. But let's start with what you chose. We have Patty Smith. Jesus died for somebody's sins, but not yours. Learn to make peace with eternal dissatisfaction. The most powerful form of rebellion is of the spirit. So I don't listen to Patty Smith. I know she has that one song, You're So Vain. You probably think this song is about you. So interesting. I don't know if people are viewing you this way, or if we could be talking about somebody who's really vain. This could be the person on your mind. Or they could be viewing you this way. We have Eros. Okay, this definitely has to do with romantic love. This is about a romantic partner. And winter. Interesting. This came out in the first pile, so I'm not sure if you're coming from that one as well. But I feel like this is about a past lover for sure. Definitely one who really thinks very highly of themselves is what I'm hearing. Because I feel like this person really thinks that you are either, like, you're definitely not with them, or you're going through a break or a separation. With winter, there's nothing blossoming between the both of you right now. With Eros, I definitely feel like this has been romantic. It doesn't matter how long it was. I just feel like this is somebody who has some sort of resentment toward you, and maybe you also have it a little bit toward them. So I feel like this is who the person is that is coming through very strongly. I did have a song stuck in my head for you before I got these oracles, though, and it's this song has been stuck in my head for a moment, but it's only because it's really good. It's Creepin' by Metro Booming with The Weeknd, because I mean, that man sings that song so good, so good. I swear. But let's go ahead and get the rest of your cards to see what exactly This person has heard about you. Maybe you've also heard about them. It wouldn't surprise me if you're both hearing about each other, even though I feel like right now you are not currently together or you have broken things off. Hopefully it's not something cyclical, because winter does imply that there are seasons to this. So you get 2 of these cards. We have the Lamb. Oh, okay, you get 3. Dang. This could be one of those situations where, like, you keep hearing more and more about this situation. We have the Pendulum. Interestingly, I used the Pendulum in the first pile. And the Graveyard. Something is definitely over here between you and somebody else. The Pendulum lets me know that you are both trying to figure out what is true and what is not. I feel like it wouldn't surprise me if you ended up talking to this person just because of the things that you are both hearing about each other. And if you're already in contact with this person, like, let's say that you definitely ended things with this person, but you're still talking every now and then because of whatever situation. Maybe you share children, maybe you are in the same area, I don't know, but I feel like this is not somebody that you're not talking to. I just feel like you're not with them. And they've heard something about you and they're trying to figure out whether something's true or false. The Graveyard, I'm kind of seeing like old topics be brought up. And the Lamb, oh, sweet Lamb. I feel like they definitely don't hate you. They see you as a lamb, though. And you can take that however you want it to mean, because I know that there's like a religious symbology of the lamb. I don't really take it that way. To me, lambs, I'm thinking of Year of the Sheep. And Year of the Sheep people tend to be sweethearts, but they can be a little bit, what's the word? Dramatic. I think dramatic's the right word. Like sweethearts, but dramatic. And I feel like this is how either this person sees you or how this connection was or how you see this person. But regardless, there's something here that hasn't really been put to rest about a romantic relationship. So this is definitely concerning somebody from your past, romantic-wise, and they've heard things about you. And they're just trying to figure out whether this is true or not. In fact, it wouldn't surprise me if the only reason you spoke to this person was to see what's going on. I want to know what they've heard, though. We have the 7th house. Do you have somebody new? Diplomatically, relationships, and getting a fair deal. Either they're wondering if you want to get back with them, or they're wondering if you have somebody new in their life. Maybe both. Maybe they start by asking if you have somebody, and then I feel like they've heard that you're with somebody new. This whole topic of jealousy has been popping up in my readings a lot, so I'm really wondering what some of you are going through. My heart goes out to everybody who's getting those piles, by the way. Jealousy is not fun, at least not to the extent that I've been reading it lately. Let's get more cards for you, pile 2. It's also interesting that you chose the pile number 2, which is about number 2 can be codependent. We have safety, belonging, stability, and certainty. So there's something about, I feel like either you or this person really felt safe with each other, and that could explain why this connection lasted as long as it did. Either it was longer than both of you are used to, or it was something that was really committed, like really solid. I feel like the both of you really felt at home with each other. Let's get your glyph cards. But with the elephant, I feel like the elephant never forgets, right? Is that the saying? I don't know if that's true or not, but there's something about memory. Maybe somebody here was mulling over something from the past and they felt the need to bring it up. Or something, or somebody sparked something. Maybe somebody said something about your... I feel like somebody here said something about your past connection and they felt the need to bring it up. It could be a friend who brought up a certain topic. Or it could be that maybe they were going through your socials and saw something. We have the Shen Ring, protection. Regardless, you're very protected from this person. I feel like you're protected from whatever is going on, whether it's whatever that they are saying. I feel like if they're trying to talk trash about you, or if they're trying to speak negatively about you, somebody here, if they're not shutting them down, then I feel like they're trying to bring some common sense to this. Especially if you have friends in common. And especially if I feel like it doesn't matter how long ago this was, I feel like somebody here is trying to tell them to put it to rest, essentially. But I feel like somebody gets triggered. I feel like your person definitely gets triggered when they hear things about you, because it sends them into like a particular way of thinking or a downward spiral. Especially if the connection itself towards the end wasn't the best. I feel like certain past situations or past problems keep getting brought up within this connection. But the odd thing is I think you don't hate each other right now. I feel like you're just trying to be friends, or for whatever reason, you have to speak with this person. This is especially true, like I said, if you have children together, but you are not together. Let's get more cards here, though. For my pile 2. We have Yuki Onna, stillness. But I feel like you're just kind of doing your own thing. I'm also noticing like the Ice Queen image here. So maybe you're being seen as really cold or uncaring. Especially with winter here. I feel like maybe they're accusing you of being very unemotional or just not caring about something. Back of the deck, and I'm not surprised, we have revelation. So there might be a revelation here. Either from this person or for you, but this definitely has to do with relationships. If we're not talking about anything romantic, go find yourself another pile, because between Eros, the 7th house, and Patti Smith's, that one, the only song I know of hers, I don't know what other song she has. I feel like we're definitely talking about somebody who thinks a little bit highly of themselves, who really honestly believes that the world revolves around them, or may have that tendency. I'm not trying to make them out to be awful here, because, I mean, we all have to at one point believe that the world revolves around ourselves. You know, it's that main character energy. But this person might just take it a little bit far. Let's get... I think I chose the wrong goddess deck, didn't I? That's okay. I guess you get an extra deck pile too. That's okay. I think you need it. We have Sekhmet reduction. I almost read that as seduction. So somebody here definitely sees you as seductive, but I feel like you're honestly just doing your thing. Sekhmet is also a goddess of rage and war in Egyptian mythology. So I feel like for a lot of you, this person knows exactly what to do or say to get you mad. And not because you're an angry person, but just because this person, whatever it was that separated you, I can understand. So I feel like this person knew exactly what to say to get you riled up. And to this day, if they bring up certain topics, you will still get really mad about it. Not because those topics are true or anything, but just because you feel like this person just, there's something that aggravates the both of you. So I feel like every now and then you just stop talking to them, because you don't want to have to deal with the arguments that are never really put to rest here. Especially because I feel like you just understood that there was something between the both of you that was unresolvable, hence why you're not together. Because otherwise, I think you make really great friends. But there's something about what they are hearing about you that is, well, one, making you mad, and two, it's interfering with your healing. I'm glad I looked at the back of this deck, because I feel like you're still healing from whatever some of this person's BS is. That said, I don't think they're an awful person, but it wouldn't surprise me if at some point you decide to cut them off if they continue with their accusations of whatever happened in the past. Let's get one last card for you. Pile 2. I just really feel like they're going to ask you about people you are with, people that you have been with. This person they're very jealous. We have, what does your soul say? Yeah. I feel like this could be somebody that you may just have to lie to in order for them to calm down. And maybe that's why you had to leave them, because you didn't want to have to console them by being dishonest to them or dishonest with yourself or whatever the case may be. I feel like you had to either lie or hide a lot from this person, and not because you were trying to hide somebody or something or anything negative, but just because they were inconsolable is what I keep hearing. Or maybe they were just a lot to put up with. And I feel like this person's energy is really annoying. Maybe this was an ex that you hooked up with, because I feel like when you were together, there were things that were really good, but when it was bad, it was really bad. Definitely a karmic. Let me get some astrology dice here. I'm going to move on to the tarot. You're protected from this person regardless. We have the 8th house. Yeah, this has to do with secrets, sensual matters, intimacy, physical intimacy, and Pisces. So something about illusions as well. Also dreams. I don't know if you dream about this person or this person dreams about you. A Pisces person could be important here, or somebody may have a lot of Pisces placements. And then we have, I can't remember if this is the north or the south node. We have one of the nodes. Regardless, when the nodes are involved, at least, one way people view the nodes is karmic ties or karmic relationships, which is unfortunate, but this is true because I have Aquarius in the North Node, and I learn a lot from Aquariuses, but sometimes it's in the worst way, you know. Sometimes the North and South nodes can be karmic relationships. So when Aquariuses are my friends, it's great. When they become my lovers, it's not always great. I guess it depends. But we are dealing, I mean, with the 8th house, it could be anything. 8th house itself is secrets. When we combine the 7th and the 8th house, it's definitely secrets about who's been sleeping with who. And if this was after your relationship and they're still concerned about who you're getting with, it's none of their business. And I feel like this is why they aggravate you. It's like you want to be friends with them, but if they're going to be all up in your business after the fact, you don't want anything to do with them. Now, had it been anything beforehand, which I don't think was the case, maybe it was on their part, because sometimes when people accuse you of something, that's when you start wondering, are you the one accusing me of that because that's what you would do? You know, something along those lines. But yeah, this, I'll be honest, this person's energy it's annoying. Let's go ahead and move on to the tarot. I don't know why jealousy has been popping up a lot in my readings lately, but I mean, like, for the last 3 or 4 romantic readings that I've been doing, there's always been that one pile where it's like so clearly about jealousy that it's not even, it's undeniable. And maybe that's why that song keeps popping into my head as well, because like I said, I love the song, but my gosh, I do not love the subject matter. It's a good song, I'm sorry. The Weeknd just sings really nice. But let's go ahead and get your tarot cards. So the first one is going to be just another clarifier of who this person is more specifically, because maybe some of you have multiple people in your past, and maybe a lot of them have also had like jealousy or possessive tendencies. So who is this? And then more specifically what they have heard. So this person, we have the 5 of Pentacles. Yeah, this is somebody who they're very insecure, or they do not value themselves. It's insecurities, that's all it is. It's insecurities that they refuse to do anything about, or they go about handling their insecurities in a not so healthy way. This is Pentacles energy, so they could have Earth in their chart very prominently, either Sun, Moon, or Rising, or all 3. Let's see, what have they heard? What have they heard? What exactly have they heard? And I'm going to take a few cards here until we figure out what this is, pile 2. What has your ex heard about you? The Star reverse. So Aquarius energy again, you could be Aquarius, or the person that they're accusing you of being with, or that you even have been with, depending on the situation, is an Aquarius themselves. I'm also seeing somebody who is like either younger or like shinier, flashier, more fun. Something about social media is coming through as well. Maybe they saw something on your socials and they're questioning it. Like if they saw a picture with you and somebody that they had already suspected that you were having something with, which is very interesting. I think even if you blocked this person, I feel like they have that one friend, or like those people, they have, what are they called? The fake accounts, or somebody that they know looking you up. Because, you know, sometimes your person might not be looking these things up, but their friend definitely will. It's like, I know you are too good for this, but their friend isn't, you know? Bless those friends though, because sometimes they come through. But I feel like they've seen something on social media. The fact that it's reversed lets me know that it's not true. Like whatever they're suspecting, they're kind of, they're going out of their way to find. And then, ooh, the Anchor, Emperor, yeah. Especially for my femmes who are into masculines, they definitely see a new man. They're wondering who it is, and they're wondering just... And I feel like the date and time is going to be a big key factor here as well, which is annoying. Last one, 6 of Swords. This was after the breakup, though. That's the only thing I'm seeing. It's like they see this after the breakup, and whoever this was, you probably were with them after the breakup. So I don't know. Yeah, they're getting into business that is really not theirs. Whatever friendship you extend towards them, I feel was very, very generous, because... if they're going to be this way, once you get somebody, why bother having them as a friend? And that's just me talking. This is me, Stephanie, saying that. That's not your spirit guides or anything. Okay. Let's get more cards. Okay, we have the King of Swords. Yeah, they're going to ask you about it. I feel like this person is very, I don't want to say they're confrontational, but they're not afraid to bring up anything. Like, they have no shame in the things that they ask and the things they say. Very Mercury ruled as well. Or they themselves could also be like a Libra, Aquarius, or Gemini. There's just air energy all throughout this entire reading. We have the Ace of Cups. I feel like you're going to feel the need to cut this person off or distance yourself, though, because you understand and see how unhealthy it is for them to even care who you are with now. Because the friendship, I think, was very civil on your part, but if they're going to be unhealthy about it, it's a no for me, dog. That's what I'm hearing. Let's get one last card. Anything else about this person? Why? We already know why they're feeling jealous, but like, what do they want? What do they want? Two of Swords. They don't know what they want. The Two of Swords reversed. They don't know what they want. I feel like they're undecided. I feel like on the one hand, they might want you back, and on the other hand, they want nothing to do with you. I feel like they're stuck in this whirlwind of like making themselves out to be a victim. Even though they are smart enough to like see through that, like King of Swords energy, this person is very logical, but when it comes to you, there's something that just drives them crazy. I feel like it's that lack of control or just the insecurity. The insecurity. In some cases, they feel like you might be too good for them. Yeah, and I think even a smart person would know when somebody is just, they're too good for them, you know? Like this person understands that. Maybe they fumbled you and they don't know what to do, and they get in their emotions and they don't know how to handle those well. All right, let's see you. I already felt your energy this entire reading, but let's just get clarification on yourself. We've got the Three of Wands. I feel like you went out of your way to keep certain things private. So if you did have other people after this person and you still have this person on your socials, for example, maybe you made it a point to like block certain pictures or to keep things on the down low or to just not go public. We also have, this is the Empress. You're definitely in your Empress energy. Look, you're looking amazing right now. And the fact that we have the Anchor reversed here, maybe they saw a picture with you with somebody that you were literally just on a date with, like one little date or some kind of fling, and it's driving them nuts and it's driving them crazy because they know you're in Empress energy here. They know exactly what you are. They know you're attractive. They know that you're probably living your single life right now, or even if you're not, if you are with somebody, you're very happy and you're very much in your Empress energy. And you don't want this person ruining it for you because honestly, this person is optional at this point. I feel like you extended friendship or something out of civility and out of being a nice, good person. Okay, steps that you should take. Steps from Source on how you should handle this. We have Judgment. Yeah, you're going to have to, if you already tried cutting them off before and you took them back as a friend, I feel like you probably need to go back and just cut them off because this person is becoming unhealthy at this point, both to you and to themselves, honestly. If they haven't moved on, or even if they have and they still feel some type of way, they just, I don't know. This person needs to figure this out on their own. We have the Four of Swords. And don't be passive about this either. Make it very clear to them. Don't leave any room for misinterpretation. That if they're going to act a certain way, then it's a no. And if they're going to be more civil about it, then sure, they can be your friend. You have to be very clear cut with them because I feel like they've overstepped your boundaries, or maybe you overstepped your own boundaries and trying to keep this person as a friend. And I know it's not realistic for everybody. Like I said, if you have children with this person, there might be like you have to see them. But you have to set boundaries and stick to them. After all, that Pisces energy, Pisces can be very, not all Pisces of course, but Pisces energy in general can, it's watery, you know? It's like, where does the tide go? Where when you're on the beach and you're on the sand, sometimes the water rises high, sometimes it rises low. It's like you don't know where it's going to go. And I feel like this is how you and your person are. Let's get one last card. You have Seven of Swords. And when all else fails, I feel like you might have to be deceptive with them, not because you want to, but because if it's all about your safety and it's all about your mental health here. So if you have to tell them, I don't know, I don't like deceitful, I don't like secrets, but I feel like with this person, you may have had to be that way, again, for your own safety and for the sake of yourself. Can we get clarification on the Seven of Swords though? We have the King of Cups here. Reversed. You have to do it because they're emotionally immature. You have to, it's like, you know how when you lie to a child because if you were to tell them the truth, they would just cry. You know, when you have to tell them about what happened to their pet. It's that kind of energy. With this person, you have to be that way, and I don't like that energy. I think nobody does, but for the sake of this whole ordeal, it's just what's going to have to happen until this person gets over this. Because they are very unhealthily attached. They are very much believing that they that they own you in some way. Anytime we have a king here, there's a sense of ownership. Even this Emperor reversed. Okay, back of the deck, we have the Ten of Wands. And honestly, this person is a bigger problem than they're worth. A Chariot, a Two of Cups. And they somehow still hold on to the fact that they might have you back in their life again. But you have to let them know that it's a no. It's a no. Unless you want to, but even then, I don't feel like with this amount of possessiveness, it's healthy. So this person's a bigger burden than they're worth, honestly, Pile 2. And I feel like you're going to have to cut them off. Because what they've seen, I don't even think it's what they've heard. I feel like this person has been on your socials. And I feel like they think you have somebody new, somebody flashier, somebody more successful, somebody with more money, somebody younger, whatever the case may be. Somebody that makes them feel even more insecure than they already are. And the Ace of Pentacles, this relationship has been over for a moment. I think it's irrelevant whether you're with somebody or not right now, because what matters is, why is this person up in your business? It wouldn't surprise me if their energy was also affecting you, because me reading this entire reading, I feel a little bit drained. Honestly, I feel a bit drained. So let's go ahead and move on to some closing advice. But yeah, just cut them off until they know how to act better. For some of you, I know that's not realistic, so just do what you can to set your boundaries with this person. So the way I'm doing closing advice, I'm using Alice's Romance Oracle, which might actually be appropriate in this particular reading. Because in the previous reading, it wasn't romantic. And these are just channeled messages or anything else that they may have heard. For my pile 2. I am not sure what I am feeling. Yeah, this person is unsure of what they feel either. Like, if they feel some type of way, that's on them. And don't worry about their feelings either. I am playing games on purpose. Maybe they do this. Maybe they like to see how you react to them being jealous, which is... yeah, no. It's diabolical on their part. I am afraid to get close to people. Yeah, this person could be emotionally unavailable regardless. I feel like you already knew this. It's also emotional immaturity. I never met anyone like you before. Yeah, they know you're different. And I feel like that's why they hang on to you. That's why they hold on. Because you're different from everybody. They may have even told you this. I am confused. I feel like seeing you with somebody else left them very confused. Them seeing you with somebody else and being happy and just whatever they saw, it set something off in them that maybe they themselves didn't understand. And maybe that's why they're confused. Back of the deck, wow, you are beautiful. Yeah, you're glowing up. You are looking amazing. Like I said, that Empress energy that was coming through in the tarot, that's definitely you, pile 2. Let's go ahead and get some tea leaves. Anything else that we need to know about this person and what they've heard about you, or any advice on how to handle this? Sunrise, new creative ideas, new ventures, a fresh start. So I feel like in the future there may be a fresh start with this person, should you want that. If you don't want that, that's fine. But I feel like there's a fresh start for you regardless. We have, oh, okay. Finger, warning you of a problem either now or in the near future. Yeah, this person will be a problem if you don't handle them now. Carriage, a journey, either physical or mental. Yeah, there's definitely a journey. Maybe some of you are literally traveling. We have boots, increase your efforts if you want to achieve your goals. You really need to be focusing on your goals right now as well, pile 2. There's forward movement for sure for you. Not with this person, but just in general. But it wouldn't surprise me that once you cut this person off, you see things rapidly transgressing. And club, someone will try to make you do something against your will. So this person, I feel like they already are. Like I said, you didn't want to block this person, but because they're acting a fool, you're going to have to. So it's kind of against your principles or against what you typically do. But because they are doing what they do, you're going to have to cut them off, block them, cut communication, etc. Back of the deck. Tankard, celebration, fun, and enjoyment. And you're going to continue having so much fun with your life. I feel like your life is otherwise going really great. It's just this person acting up a fool. But yeah, this is where we leave it, pile 2. Thank you so much for letting me read for you. If you feel like doing so, you can like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you in the next reading. Take care. Hello there, pile 3. If you chose to clear quartz tower, then we have a reading here for you about what they have heard about you, what your person or people have heard about you, whether it's gossip, whether it's something that they've seen. So we're going to go into the oracles. This will give us a view of who you are, or maybe who your people are, who your person is. And then we're going to get cards to see more specifically what they've heard. So we have Frank Sinatra. Everyone looks up to the guy behind the guy. Fly yourself to the moon of your choice. You only get one shot at life, so aim high. Okay, so quite literally before I did this reading, I was watercoloring and I started singing "Fly Me to the Moon." And I was really passionate about it too. I was like, dang, I haven't heard that song in a moment. So something about romance for sure, but also about dreams or something about being inspired. Let's go ahead and look at the rest of your cards. We have the thread, not the red thread of fate. Are we talking about somebody who, this might be a crush? And the blue temple. The blue temple. And now I'm hearing Hosier's Take Me to Church. I don't know why Hosier likes to come through so much in my reading, because I don't listen to him like that, but like the 2 songs I know of him pop up a lot in my readings. So for sure, this could be somebody who's got a little thing for you. I feel like you definitely put them in a romantic state of mind. So they're definitely an admirer. I don't know if it's romantic or if they more if they look up to you a little bit more. I feel like it could be either or. Somebody here could have blue eyes, because I know Frank Sinatra was infamously known for his very, very lovely blue eyes. But let's go ahead and read from the book for the blue temple. I am getting throat chakra energy here as well. Oh yeah, and the blue eyes as well. Something about the color blue. So for my pile 3, welcome to the blue, celestial realm, the imagination and expansiveness. Welcome to the blue temple, the home of the alchemical imagination. You have entered a space of new depths, new possibilities. The inner eye opens and you become willingly to see a new way. To understand this card, one must study blue itself. It is a celestial color of the sky, ocean, and the peacock's tail. Though potent, blue slips away. Through this color, our imaginations thread together experiences both grim and glorious. Mood, tone, rhythm of the blues, a sapphire robe. So there's definitely something about you inspiring this person. They could easily have a crush on you, whether it's platonic or romantic. I feel like it could go either way. The thread, though, they're wondering if man, I don't know how deeply this person believes in things like the red thread of fate, which is the thread that binds 2 soulmates together. I myself don't really like that theory. I think it's cute in like mangas and whatever, but I mean, we definitely have soul ties. So this person could believe they have a soul tie to you, or maybe you to them. Maybe what they have heard is that they believe, or that you believe, that there's a soul tie to them. There's definitely something more spiritual or something very idealistic about this particular set of information. So let's go ahead and get more cards. This person really interests me though, because I feel like they see you in a very dreamy light. We have resilience. Something about your unrelenting spirit really draws them in here. Determination, willpower, and momentum. You could also be hanging on by a thread here. I'm just seeing what I see. We have the gate. I mean, somebody might literally think they have a shot with you here. Maybe that's what excites them. Oh, okay. This is somebody who thinks if they don't have a crush on you, they think you have a crush on them, or they feel like they have a shot with you. Okay, this is cute. Yeah, okay. This makes a lot of sense now. I feel like there's something romantic about, this is definitely one person and what they have heard about you, but there's something about your resilience, the gate that is open, but sorry, not open, but that is closed, but that they would like to open, or maybe they do feel that the gate is open. We have dice, chance, and luck be a lady. Isn't that one of his songs? They might take a chance on you. Strong Sagittarius energy here, by the way, because Frank Sinatra was a Sagittarius. Back of the deck, lightness, feather. I'm just going to have them all out before I say what I need to say. Pile 3. Oh, this is kind of cute. There's definitely crush energy regardless. This person's a charmer. They're a charmer for sure. The 5th house, which is the house of fun, romance, and making art. With the trust of a child and do it dramatically. Definitely the fun and romance. The 5th house is a very flirtatious house. It's the house. It could also be the house of children. So if you decide to partake anything physically with this person in a more romantic manner, if you know what I mean, do take the precautions here because this is very fertile grounds. But regardless, I do feel like this person makes you feel like a child. Is that another one of his songs? You make me feel so young. You make me feel there are songs to be sung. Sorry, songs to be sung, bells to be rung. A wonderful fling to be flung if this is more situationship-like. This is cute. Aphrodite, self-love. God dang, pile 3. Who are you thinking about? Because they definitely want to have a fun time with you. They definitely believe you're beautiful. But there's also something about your self-love here that could be drawing in a lot of suitors. For some of you, this could be multiple people. And maybe they've all heard that you're single and they're all trying to line up for you. Oh my gosh. This is cute. We have lazy revelation. If this is one person, there's been a revelation. I don't know if you're thinking about your crush and what they've heard about you, it could literally be that you like them and somebody here, it's not you. Somebody else has told them that they might have a shot with you. Back of the deck, Demeter, nurturer. But here's the odd thing. They don't know whether to take you like seriously romantic wise or whether to just like leave this a little bit more flirtatious. Because it's getting them in their headspace a little bit. Like they don't know what they would want from you if they had a chance with you. Like if they had you, what would they do? They honestly don't know. Their energy is a little bit all over the place. They're very confident though. And they could definitely have luck on their side. Like if they went for you, I feel like you'd say yes just because of their charisma, the riz, if you will. Follow through. Oh, god dang. If what they've heard about you is true, they're going to follow through, is what I'm hearing. So, someone's got a crush on you, pile 3. Someone's got a crush on you. If you weren't thinking of a crush, well, I guess you're finding out somebody has a crush on you. And I'm going to be my immature little self here because I think this is cute because this person is definitely a charmer. I feel like they're also very attractive. Like, they definitely have a lot of people who like them because Frank Sinatra, I mean, we've all heard of him. He's got an amazing voice. And I personally don't like him as a person. I feel like he just got around too much. He's one of those, I don't know, but I love his music. So this person is hard to hate. This person is hard to hate, and I think like that's what the problem is. Like maybe you at one point did have a crush, but you go back and forth because you know they're a little bit of a playboy or playgirl energy, and you're over here doing your own thing. You're being resilient. You're working on your self-love. I definitely feel you are more in this Demeter nurture energy where you're taking care of yourself, where you are following through with your plans. But there is something here about a fated connection between you and this person because you're very much opposites. It's like where they're the fun one, you're a little bit more serious. And I feel like that's where they kind of, where they stumble, because I think they're really into you. They definitely find you very attractive. And if they've heard even the smallest semblance that you would be into them, they're kind of excited about that because they want to take a chance on you. But they don't know whether to be something serious or whether this would be just a fling, because this person definitely feels like a hit it and quit it type of person. Like, not gonna lie. Like, if I'm fully honest, this person doesn't seem like they're looking for anything serious. So if they were to take on something with you, they'd be afraid that you would want seriousness from them as well. But I don't know if they want that right now, especially with chance. But here's the thing, I think they're willing to have some fun with you. I feel like if you were up to something a little bit more casual, they're all for it. Like if you're okay with the casual, not the casualty, with the casual aspect of this, they're fine. But if you're not, they don't want to break your heart. This person does care about you though. Like I'm not getting any animosity from them, by the way. Like if they are in their playboy playgirl energy, they're doing it very, very like out of good spirit. They're having fun with it. They could be definitely young. I feel like they're still young at heart, at least. They're having fun and they're not going to lie about that. I feel like this person wouldn't want to hurt you, but at the same time, they want to have fun with you. So yeah, and with follow through, honestly, this person, because they like you so much, they would at least want like a date with you. But there's that fear that you would get attached, especially with the thread here. I want to know what the thread is. I guess we'll look in the tarot, but let me look. What's behind this deck? The crown, sovereignty. Yeah, they feel like you're in your empress, goddess, or god, emperor energy. Music. There's something about music between you and this person. You could both be musicians, or you could both have really good taste in music. Maybe you share like similar playlists or something. Or you could like going out to music venues to listen to music or dance or something. But let's go ahead And well, let me get the astrology dice first. Let me do that before we move on. Okay, we have Taurus. Somebody here could be a Taurus. Taurus is sensuality. Oh, wow. We have the sun and the first house. This person could be an Aries or a Leo, or they could have Taurus and sun in the first house. The first house and the sun explains why they are why they have such confidence. I feel like they're confident out the ass. Like, they definitely know that when they go for something, they will have it. When they go for something, they will have it. They have a lot of good luck. They followed through. This person gets whatever they want. And if they want you, I think they'll have you. And I feel like you'll want them too. Honestly, I feel like it's mutual if you're both into each other. But Taurus energy, definitely very sensual. Also, Taurus is ruled by Aphrodite / Venus here. So this is definitely extremely romantic. If you're not thinking of anybody romantic, get another pile, because there's no denying that this is what this is. Somebody has a crush on you. And I think they're going to ask you out. Or at least they're going to try and figure out whether you do have a crush on them. Because I feel like this person isn't afraid of anything. Like, they don't care. I like this energy. Who is this person? And honestly, if you do say yes to them, I think it's just for a fun time. Like I said, they're very charismatic, very outgoing. So, tarot-wise, we are using the Empyrean. And first card is going to be, again, just how they view you. Well, one, who is this person? Let's get more clarification on exactly, like, maybe you have multiple crushes and you're like, well, which one, Steph? And you're like, I got 5. And that's fair. Okay, pile 3. So who specifically is this person? Oh, interesting. Queen of Wands reverse. Somebody who has found you physically attractive for quite some time, but will never say it because they're afraid it'll go to your head. Maybe they've even said this. They feel that a lot of things go to your head, but honestly, that's just a reflection of them, because this person is cocky and confident AF. And maybe they bring that out in you. Maybe you bring that out in each other. But this person finds you very, very attractive. You yourself could be a fire sign, but even if you're not, they see you that way. They see you very charismatic. They see you very outgoing. They also see you as very brave and like not afraid of anything. And they're attracted to that. If you're a little spicy or if you have a little bit of an attitude, they definitely love that. Like, this person, the rougher side of you, they definitely enjoy. There's a lot of, I feel like you two flirt in a very aggressive, well, by aggressive, I mean like you're mean to each other, or maybe you just neg each other a lot, but there's like a lot of harmlessness behind it, a lot of cute back and forth. This connection, or at least this flirtationship, because it's definitely what it is at least, is very public. Like, people notice it right away. People know that they're into you. People may even know that you're into them. In fact, if this has been going on for some time, it would surprise me why they haven't approached you yet, or why you haven't approached them. I think mostly them. Yep, there you are. Knight of Wands. This person, lots of Wands energy, lots of physical attraction. This person just quite honestly wants to take you home and have their way with you. The only problem is that I feel like this is going to be more casual. So if you're okay with that, then that's fine. Like, I feel like if you're okay with something casual, a little spicy fling, that's fine. But if you're not, then you might want to look elsewhere. The World. One way to interpret the World in a very 18+ way is completion, if you know what I mean. So I feel like this person, you're gonna have fun with this person. I feel like you might just end up having something with this person. That's okay. And if you don't want it, like I said, you can say no, kindly reject, and go elsewhere. Ace of Swords. But look, they're gonna change their mind about you. Like, they're gonna start seeing you differently. And not them catching feelings. Or maybe they've recently started seeing you differently. So what are their next actions with my pile 3? What are their... Oh, 12. Okay. Page of Swords. Oh my god, 4 of Cups reversed. They're going to keep their feelings a secret, but they are going to talk to you. Like, they're going to come through and they're going to ask you for something, but they're not going to reveal their feelings. Because I feel like they might develop some type of feeling toward you. But I don't think they're going to be ready to say it. This person is very much not looking for anything serious. So if they develop feelings, they might just, they're not going to be completely transparent with you, essentially. It's funny how this turned from what they've heard about you to what is pile three's person going to do. Okay, so let's get cards for you, how to handle this. How do you view this person? And then how Spirit suggests that you handle this. So for you, we've got the Ten of Swords. You're, like I said, you're very serious and you're dealing with something else. This person could be a very, very welcome distraction. Like maybe if you've got other things going on and this person wants to take you out for a fun time, I feel like you're going to take them up on it because you yourself know that you need a fun time. So you're going to enjoy that at least. Like, yeah. How do you view this person? How do you view this person? You're definitely more grounded than they are. I feel like they may not notice or even say this. They like how you ground them because their energy was kind of all over the place. They have a lot of energy. For sure, especially if you know they hit the gym. They go to the gym because it helps them ground themselves, and you're naturally grounded. So we have the King of Wands and the Ten of Pentacles. I feel like you know they would be a good partner further down the line. King of Wands is like, this person isn't fully baked yet. And by that I mean they're not ready for anything serious. I feel like you know this, they know this. So you're both in agreement here. And it's interesting that we have both the King and Queen of Wands here, but they're both reversed. Like, you two would be such a great couple, but there's like very practical matters in the way. Mostly the fact that neither of you are ready to settle down because this is the Ten of Pentacles. Maybe you're looking for somebody to settle down with and they're not. So you know they're not going to be the one, but it could be something very fun, even if it's just, like I said, a fling. But I feel like you two would be very iconic as a couple. Like, you're definitely the couple that everybody looks up to or that people have a fun time with. If you were to be together, everybody would be inviting you to their parties or whatever because, well, one, you're entertaining. I feel like you would be the first couple to be out there on the dance floor or just like, you know, bringing on the party. There's something about your energies together combined that really, it really livens up a space. Like, people adore it when you're together and you're both doing your thing. It's kind of like, and I've seen this, it's very cute when two people are otherwise just themselves, but you know, get them together and it's like two flames come together and make a big bonfire. That's what you two are. And maybe you know this. Maybe as friends or as whatever you currently are, you already do that and people want to see you together. It wouldn't surprise me if people try to set you up though. So let's go ahead and get advice for how to handle this situation. Because it's clear that neither of you want something, at least with each other, you know nothing serious or committed is possible because it's just not going to work out for whatever reason. I feel like mostly because this person isn't ready to settle down and you could be going through your own things. Maybe you're not emotionally available, but you are very much physically available to have fun. Pile 3. And there's nothing wrong with that. So we have the Four of Pentacles. Don't expect anything and don't hold on to anything here. You got to give each other a lot of space. You got to give each other a lot of space. Don't expect anything from them. We also have the Seven of Swords. And also, I'll come back to this one because I'm getting several things. Mostly not to reveal too much to them. I feel like if you try to get serious, like if you try to tell them about your serious problems, they might not, they just won't know what to say or do. Like, they don't want to be put in that position where they feel like they have to give you solid advice. So I feel like discussing your personal problems with them is not something that's going to go over well. This person is looking for a fun time. Honestly, they're just, I don't know. This person, they don't want anything serious. They have trouble getting close to people as well. We have the Moon. Be aware that whatever you get from this person, whatever they present as, may not be exactly who they are either. I feel like this person is really good at like putting on a show or hiding their feelings or saying what they know they need to say to make people feel better. This person, they come from a family where if they didn't say the right thing, then they would get in trouble. And by the right thing, I'm not saying the truth. Like, this person, you know how there's certain parents out there or people or families or whomever where if you're honest with them, even if that's how you're feeling, they get mad at you for your honesty. This person came from that very background. So they will say things not because it's their own truth and not because it's like the truth wasn't valued for them when they were getting older or when they were growing up. So they had to lie to keep somebody happy. They had to say whatever somebody expected them to say as opposed to the truth. So to them, the truth doesn't matter. They were taught from a young age that truth doesn't matter. What matters is you saying what somebody needs to hear in order to get what you want, which I know is a harsh reality. And I feel like, if you yourself are a very honest person, they may not handle it well. And it's got nothing to do with you. It doesn't even have anything to do with them. It's got more to do with their stupid upbringing and whoever these people that raised them were to make them think that somehow being dishonest with yourself was an okay thing. And I'm sorry, I'm getting annoyed at their upbringing or their parents or whoever it was that taught them this. Because part of the reason they're a liar is, and I'm sorry, they kind of can be. Again, don't take it personally. And hopefully you're able to see through that as well. Is because somebody taught them that in order to get what they need or want, they have to, be that charmer. They have to say the right things at the right time to the right people. And maybe they themselves are not aware that they're dishonest. They just feel like that's how you play the game. And that's unfortunate because I feel like I said, if you want anything more with this person, you're going to end up getting hurt because that's just how they operate. And I'm glad I'm able to tell you that. So it might be a harsh reality, but I feel like you need to know that. Like this person, they grew up not valuing honesty because they were told they need to say what needed to be heard and not what the truth was. So it's nothing against you. Can we get clarifiers for that? Anything else that needs to be added to that? And that's why it can't be anything more than what it is. The Chariot reversed. Also, this person would hold you back from your life purpose or from even meeting the person you really are meant to be with. This is, what is this? 7 of Pentacles. And honestly, I feel like you're working towards something better anyway. Back of the deck. Oh, I just now noticed 777. The Chariot is the number 7. This is 7 of Pentacles and 7 of Swords. So, like I said, you have a lot of good luck with this person. If you want to have fun with them, you're going to have a blast. But don't expect anything more. Like, don't expect a relationship from them. I don't think you would want one anyway, because there's a lot of traumas to resolve within this person that I don't think is fair for you to resolve for them. Back of the deck, we have the Page of Pentacles reversed. Yeah, this person is not ready to set roots. They're not ready for anything. 3 of Pentacles, but they would be a great collaborator or a great friend. And the 2 of Wands. Yeah. This person could be competing for you with somebody else. I feel like somebody else wants you, and this person wants you more. And honestly, pile 3, I've been in this situation. And from personal experience, have fun, don't develop feelings. Do not develop feelings. This person, bless their soul. They adore you. They're into you. But if they catch feelings, they'll lie and say they don't have any. Just because that's happened to me. But let's go ahead and get your... What is... I already did the Astrodice. Okay, let's move on to some channeled messages. So this person has heard that you're into them and they're going to come through. It's up to you whether you want this or not. Can your heart take it? Essentially, are you okay with getting your heart broken? Should you develop feelings? If you know how to not develop feelings for somebody, by all means, go ahead. But if you don't, then, it might be better to just pass on this one. So these are channeled messages from your person or anything else that they may have heard about you. We have I effed up. Okay. I'm planning on calling you soon. This person will call you. They're gonna, with effed up, I wonder what they effed up about. But they're definitely going to call you. They're going to they're going to get your socials. They're going to reach out. I have been trying to distract myself from my feelings. This person, anytime they have feelings, they distract by taking on something new, by drowning themselves in something else. Like they distract from feeling things. Because like I said, to them, feelings equals truth. And the truth doesn't matter because what matters is whatever somebody has told them has to be used in order to get ahead. I'm sorry, but I do not like how they were brought up. It's not you. And honestly, it's not really them. At least, I don't know, maybe they're aware of how they were raised, and that kind of breaks my heart. This person might need therapy to understand that some of the things that they grew up believing are not okay. You drive me crazy? Yeah, you could drive this person crazy. Maybe they drive you crazy as well. I heard something about you. Well, no duh. This is why we're at this reading pile 3's person, because we know you heard something about them and we're trying to figure out what it is. I'm going to get one more card. Sorry, your person's energy. Reach out to me, please. They want to hear from you. They're going to approach you. Like, I feel like they just like talking to you. They like hanging out with you. Honestly, if you're a very honest person, I think that's what they like about you. They like that they can be honest with you and they suffer no repercussions for that. It's like, wow, I'm honest with you and you don't hate me for it, or you don't. They definitely have a particular parent who taught them this. And I'm sorry, like, I'm trying not to take it out on this person. I know it's not their fault, but I wish they would heal from this, or I wish they would learn better. I feel like if they were to be separated from their family, because it's possibly that they still live with their family, then they would do better. Back of the deck, you found out something about me. You two are always hearing about each other. So I feel like you guys are definitely like the talk of the town, because you have crazy good chemistry and you enjoy each other, and you're going to end up talking about each other to each other. Okay, let's get some tea leaves. Anything else we need to know? But it's up to you what you want to do with this person. I'm just here to tell you what the situation is. Basically giving you the biggest red flag that they have, which is that they do not value honesty because they were never taught to do so. And you can see it how you want. But I've definitely dealt with this situation before, pile 3. That's why I'm here to tell you straight up what it is. Okay, so February could be an important month. Not Valentine's Day. Not them taking you out for Valentine's Day, pile 3. Oh, gosh. Sunrise, new creative ideas, new ventures, a fresh start. You could be having a fresh start with this person, depending on how long you've known them. Also, new ventures. I feel like there's a lot of new stuff coming up for you. We have Candle. You will be shown the way. I'm hearing that song from Rent, Will You Light My Candle? It's a very cute, flirtatious song, so maybe that's how you two are. We have Fox. Shrewdness and resourcefulness, especially in business. Yeah, this person, they're very business-minded, so that's why they're not afraid of, like, being dishonest. And I say that so matter-of-factly. Like I said, there's nothing malicious behind it. At least they don't see it that way. Maybe a fox is one of their animals. I'm also thinking of, like... What am I thinking of? Is there a car that's a... No, what's the vehicle with Fox? Oh, Fox Racing, which is motocross. I don't know if that's a thing. Maybe, I don't know, maybe they do dirt bikes or something. Okay. I know my neighbors do. My neighbors' kids just have a dirt bike and I hear it every now and then. Let's get my cards. We have Fire. Strong emotion, passionate love or hate. Oh, you could easily have a love-hate relationship with this person. The passion is insane though. Like, I have a hard time believing you will not at least go out on some date and, like, you know, do something physical with this person. I mean, you guys like each other. And Staff, you will be taken care of in difficult times. Yeah, you're very protected from this person regardless. Back of the deck, Pale. Time to get out of a situation. You will know when it's time to get out of this, because it's just going to be... It might be something temporary and spicy, but I feel like it'll be fun. And maybe it's something that you need to get you out of a dating rut. But this is where I leave it, pile 3. Thank you so much for letting me read for you. If you feel like doing so, you can like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you in the next reading. Take care. Hello there, pile 4. If you chose the orange calcite heart, then we have a reading here for you about what people have heard from you, whether it's a specific person or other people, like a group of people. We're going to see what they have heard and if any of these rumors are true, or what the situation is, especially if somebody has been acting a little weird toward you. So we're going to look at the cards that you chose, and this could either be how they're viewing you, though in some cases it ended up being like the person themselves. So we'll see who this is. We have the Nectar. Pluto, Plutonic energy for sure. This reminds me of Hades and Persephone for whatever reason. I guess because I associate Persephone with like a very feminine energy. And then Maria Callas. Compromise is the enemy of perfection. Befriend your inner serpent. You cannot survive on sensation alone. With befriend your inner serpent, I was getting a bit of Kundalini energy, which is very interesting. So there's something here about... Especially with Pluto, something about a transformation you're going through. A lot of you, you're becoming softer or really tapping into that feminine energy, because especially with the Nectar, I'm thinking of like how somebody is, it's kind of like for some of you, if you're in a new connection, a new relationship, if somebody new has come into your life, whether it's romantic, friendship, or maybe some of you have recently had a child, I feel like something has softened you up and people are hearing that you're in a better mood, a better state, that you're happier, that you're shinier. Maybe there's nobody actually involved, but regardless, people have seen a change within you that makes you, it makes you soft in a good way. And I feel like they like this change within you. There's also an intensity to this. I feel like it's hard to ignore. So let's go ahead and get the rest of your cards just to look a little bit more clearly into what this is. We have, yeah, Rose, feminine. Some of you are like tapping big time into your feminine energy, especially my ladies here. Maybe you've recently gone through a glow up, or maybe you've had like a makeover that really brings out a more feminine aspect of you. Maybe some of you, your hair is looking really great, or you're doing your makeup differently. And some people are wondering whether somebody has brought this out in you. New moon beginnings. Yeah, like they're wondering if there's a new beginning in your life. Specifically, somebody new because you're acting very differently. Again, I don't think that has to be the case because some of the most vibrant, shiny people that I know are women who are single, or even certain men who are single. So maybe for some of you, you got out of something and that's making you look good. Whatever's going on, pile 4, it's looking good on you physically. Like drastically so. Maybe some of you just underwent like maybe a cosmetic procedure or something that just makes you look really good. We have the fox. Interesting. Foxes have been popping up a lot in my readings. And quite literally, some of you could be looking foxy. So take that as it resonates. I'm also thinking of Megan Fox. Maybe some of you look like her, or people have said that you look like her. Back of the deck, the monkey. Not the monkey. But monkeys represent intelligence. So there's something about your intelligence here. Or your cunning, your wisdom, because both are associated with wisdom and intelligence, actually. Monkeys more so, I think, in East Asian cultures, because I want to say like you're the monkey tend to be very intelligent, even if they don't always appear that way. I say that because I've had friends and have been with people who are you're the monkey, and they're definitely way smarter than they seem. I'm not saying that they look dumb, but you know, have a conversation with the you're the monkey person. It will be a very fulfilling conversation. Let's go ahead and get more cards though. And maybe some of you are you're the monkey. We have in Sagittarius, your highest ideals, the rules of get it out to the world. So for some of you, you could be Sagittariuses, or there's something about a very free spirit about you that is looking really great on you. But a lot of you, you're just looking really great. So it's not so much what they've heard, it's more like what they're seeing. We have Mary Miracles. For some of you, oh, I feel like some of you, well, let me get the last card before I elaborate on that. Because I don't want you to take it the wrong way. You have Persephone. Didn't I just mention Persephone either? Yeah, for some of you, it's like you have a person, but you're not telling anybody about them. Or maybe it's somebody that you only see like for a certain time of the year. So you're not always with them, but they see the effect that this person has had on you. Air element. This makes me think of the Ace of Swords. So you're definitely viewing and acting differently as well. Like whatever's going on, pile 4, it's looking great on you. And people are talking about this and they've heard about this. It's really, I feel like it's a group of people talking about how you're looking good, you're acting great. Maybe you're smiling more, you're definitely looking more beautiful, more good looking than ever. The sacred flow of yes. Again, I'm getting like, for some of you, it's Kundalini energy that is making you look good. Like you've tapped into your higher self. You're doing the energy work. You're doing the spiritual work to make you look good. And people are noticing it. It's like that inner glow isn't actually somebody. I mean, it could be somebody. But I don't think it's so much somebody as much as it is you working on yourself and looking good while doing it. For a lot of you, you've been upping the feminine energy, just allowing things to come to you. Maybe you have literally gone through a makeover, or you're doing your makeup differently, dressing differently. Regardless, you're looking different and people love this. I feel like it's easy for them to want to approach you. And for some of you, they feel like you have like a secret lover somewhere that they don't know about, but in a positive way, because they feel like the only way you can have that happy glow is through having somebody. But with Mary here, well, one, excuse me, that's the truth coming through. Somebody here believes that the only way you can be this happy is through having somebody. And they believe that if you finally have a boyfriend or a girlfriend or whoever, a partner, a romantic something, that it's a miracle that you finally have one. I don't know whose auntie is saying that. That sounds like something an auntie or a mom or a grandmother would say. But somebody here is saying that. But honestly, I feel like for the majority of you, you actually don't really have somebody, or if you do, they're not the reason for your glow up. Your glow up is because you're doing the work to better yourself, whether that's doing the mental health exercises, whether that's exercising, doing your thing, energy work, shadow work, whatever the case may be. You're doing something here to make yourself very positive. Maybe some of you have been working out and it's made you feel more confident, or it's been good for your mental health. Like I said, some of you are trying something different with your makeup or your hair, or quite literally anything. You're doing something to get your confidence back, and it shows and it's paying off because you're looking just really, really good. This could also just be the realization that you are happy on your own here, being independent with the Sagittarius energy. The sacred flow of yes could also mean that you're really manifesting a lot of things, and because you're seeing proof of your manifestations, that's giving you a confidence that you need, that the world you have really does revolve around yourself, and not in a selfish way either. I feel like for a lot of you, this is you having your mind over your heart, your mind over matter. Like you're finally prioritizing everything that is making you feel like a whole, complete human. And this is making you glow. This is making you feel good. The fox and monkey make me think that, yeah, there's something here about your mind at play. Like you've overcome a lot. Maybe you finally feel that you can handle like any of the past traumas, anxieties, etc., whatever you've had in the past, and you're feeling so much better about yourself. I don't know what you're doing, pile 4, but keep doing it because it's looking good on you and people are talking about it. It could be to the point where they may start asking you what's going on. With new beginnings, maybe you finally moved somewhere new, or you've started a new, like some sort of new, I'm hearing regime or routine. Not regime. Who's taking over what over here? Okay, so some of you have started a new routine, but it's whatever this is, it's looking great. It's like definitely new year, new you. Depending on when I release this, I'm recording this like in the first week of January. So for some of you, it could literally be new year, new you. But beautiful energy. So people are talking about what they've heard is that, well, they think you have somebody romantic, and doesn't matter if you do or not. What matters is that they think this because you look great. And I think that's what truly matters. So let's go ahead and get some dice. We have the 3rd house. Yeah, people are talking about you. It's the glow up heard around the world. We have Aries and the sun. So yeah, there's definitely a lot of confident energy here. Some of you could literally be Aries, or you could have sun in the 3rd house. Maybe you yourself talk a lot as well. I'm also getting social media because the 3rd house can be the internet, social media, etc. So maybe you're posting a lot more pictures of yourself looking really good online. Therefore, that's why people, again, assume that you have somebody that you are hiding, that, you know, that you're just hoping to meet because they want to see who's making you happy. Maybe you do, maybe you don't. I don't think that matters. What matters is that you're looking great. And if somebody is bringing this out in you, then that's amazing, you know? So yeah, that was very straight to the point. So let's go ahead and move on to the tarot. To see what people have heard about you. I just think it's funny when people just assume that somebody's happy, that it's because they're with somebody. Because I don't think, like, you know, romance isn't everything for everybody. Not that there's anything wrong with it either, but the nerve, the audacity for them to think that some man or woman or whomever you're into is making you happy here. Okay, so we've got the Empyrean Tarot. For my pile 4, who is saying this? I want to see specifically who is saying this and why. Though I feel like this was very straightforward. Like I didn't really have to do much digging for this. Who's saying this? Oh, okay. You know who's really noticing this? People who used to think they had a shot with you and now realize that they don't. This could literally be like a previous situationship, an ex or something. And that came out in other piles. So for some of you, you could be coming from another pile and you didn't like that, so you're coming here for more clarification. Ace of Wands reversed also lets me know that some people are now recognizing that they no longer have a shot with you because they assume you have somebody. Interesting. I honestly thought this would be somebody's auntie or mom or something talking about this because that's how it feels. Who else is saying this? Is multiple people, isn't it? Yeah, it is. So one of them could be somebody that thought that they had a chance with you. 5 of Pentacles. This is also, there are some people who are jealous because I'm seeing the 5 of Pentacles here as insecurities, but specifically people who are jealous of you. They're like, who's pile 4 talking to, and why are they looking so great? Why are they wearing that perfume? Why are they wearing that? Like they want to know why you're dressing how you dress and acting how you act and whatever. They just assume. They just assume that there's love here. And maybe there is. Maybe you are trying to catch somebody, but who cares? Why do they think this? I mean, I already said why, but it just... We have the Two of Wands. Somebody is noticing that you're catching the attention of certain people. It's like, I don't know if there's a rivalry here between like two people who are into you, but people are noticing that people are like, multiple people are into you. Maybe they only notice this because, like, I'm using this as an example. Like, maybe there's some dude here who's really into you, but then he does like his locker room talk with other dudes, and they're also noticing that you're looking really good, and they're talking about it. So, yeah, I feel like there's a lot of romantic competition for you regardless, which is interesting. And some people assume that you have somebody, so they feel like they can't even shoot their shot with you. I honestly thought this would be somebody's aunties, but no, instead it's the people who are into you who are noticing this. It's like, why are you so happy? You know? Who's making you happy? They want to know. But it's nowhere near as like, it's not like the toxic jealousy of a previous pile, by the way. So I feel like this is different people. Anything else that they are noticing? What else? What have they heard? Okay, Sun reversed and the Emperor. Yeah, it's like somebody feels that they have competition and they can't compete. Maybe you literally do have somebody and they're seeing how good they make you look. Especially if this person has like money and they like to dress you up in certain ways, or like they're paying for you for either your clothes or for you to get your hair, nails, face, whatever done. I feel like somebody here feels like they can't compete. And somebody here, I feel like you might have somebody pile for. If you don't right now, you might soon, because regardless, you're glowing and people are noticing. The Sun reverse lets me know that people feel like they can't compete with the person that... There's somebody here who is like, maybe you might even think they're out of your league and they're really into you. And it's like, once that person approaches you, it's over for everybody else. It's over for all these hoes. That's what I'm hearing. This is cute. But whatever this energy is, honestly, it feels very, very grounded. Like, this doesn't feel like bad talk at all. All right. Anything else? Is there somebody who's going to approach by pile 4 about this? No, they don't want to talk about it at all. It's like, nope, I'm not going to bring it up because that would be embarrassing, but it's obvious that pile 4 has somebody. Let's get one more card. Ooh, the Devil reversed. Not the Devil reversed. Like, what happened to you, pile 4? Did you literally undertake, like, I don't know if you just went, like, had a massive glow up, or maybe you've been hitting the gym, or you just, maybe you're putting thirst traps on your socials and people are just really, really into you. This is multiple people, by the way. Multiple possible suitors who are like, oh my gosh, I'd really like to get with pile 4, but then you posted that one picture probably that had like, that featured another person, and they're like, oh crap, that's pile 4's person, you know, the what's it called, the soft oh my god, what's it called, the soft, I don't know, the soft drop, I don't know, when you expose somebody but it's just their arm or their leg or their hand but not the whole situation, a soft release, I don't know, I forgot how it's said, I don't know, I don't do any of that, so, but some of you have done that here, pile 4. All right, let's see how you're taking this. Do you actually have some, first of all, do you actually have somebody, because even I'm curious, because now I'm caught up in their gossip here. So you have somebody you're interested, but oh, you don't want to say, oh, you know what I'm hearing? I'm hearing Hercules, Meg. No chance, no way, I won't say I'm in love. So even if you do have somebody, you're not going to let people know. And that's fair. That's fair. I don't think you want to let people know. Maybe you're deciding to keep this hush-hush until it's something a little bit more. Because the Ace of Cups wanted to come out reversed, and then it slipped and slid and it became something. So I feel like you're starting something with somebody and you're taking it slow and you're not even trying to make it romantic, but then it slowly becomes that thing. So that's fair, you know, take it at your own pace. This is your business and nobody else's. But people can't help but notice that you're looking good and that you're glowing, and it's quite obvious that that somebody is making you feel this way. And for people who do know who this is, because it's quite possible that you might have friends in common and maybe this person has been not so quiet about it. I think like some of their friends are jealous and they know that they can't be with you now, which is interesting. All right. So you do have somebody, pile 4. If you don't, you will. If you don't, you will. How are you handling these allegations? You're denying everything. You're so in denial. You're just like, no, it's nothing. It's nothing. And it's fair. You know what? I'm going to believe you, pile 4, because maybe you want to handle this very slowly in some cases. And just maybe. Some of you have gotten with somebody that everybody has been wanting you to get with for a long time. And it's so hard to deny, but people have been wanting to see you with this person or with a person, and you're just like, no, it's nothing serious. It's just, we're just friends. We're just taking it slow. It's nothing serious. That's what I'm hearing. But honestly, because she's reversed, you're kind of not being completely truthful, but I don't hold it against you, pile 4. You are allowed to say what you need to say at the moment that is convenient. This is your business, not ours, but I am kind of caught up in this now. Oh my gosh, pile 4. I feel like you're my friend, and I just want to make fun of you for it, because I have friends like this who are always hanging out with some dude, and I'm like, oh, look, there's your boyfriend. They're like, he's not my boyfriend. I'm like, are you sure? Because you sure go out with that person a lot. But yeah, you just do you. Okay, how to handle this gossip, or how to handle the situation. We have, the Knight of Cups. Look, it's not going to be secret for long. I feel like you two find it hard to keep this secret. Because this person's really into you, and I think you're really into them. When you get together in a room, everybody's just watching. Like, oh, look, there they are. Look at them doing their thing and flirting and just being so obviously in love with each other that we're all just here. Like, people are literally screaming at the both of you to get a room. This is cute. Pile 4, this is so cute. Okay, let's go. One more card. Ooh, we have, what is this? The 5 of Swords. It's going to be hard to keep a secret. Upright, this would be a no-win situation. Reversed, you're trying to keep it secret, but it's like there's no use. There's no use in keeping it a secret. Just let it be what it needs to be. If it needs to be public, I think people need to see it. Which is going to suck, because I can understand why you would want your privacy. But this could be a connection where it's hard to keep it secret, because I feel like you're both in the public eye, or you both hang out around. Like, how do I say this? There's people that when they're by themselves, it's easy for them to blend into the background or just do their own thing and go unnoticed. But you two get together and the whole world notices, because both of you together, it's like your auras come together and they just like light up a room, or they get bigger. Like, you get together and you're expansive, and it's hard for people to ignore. I say this because I've been with people like this. Like, even if it's just a friend or like family or something, like we get together and suddenly we're like a whole party onto ourselves. Like, 2 people come together and they become 10 times more what they were. You and this person are very much like this, and it's very much romantic. Even if it's a situationship, even if it's casual, like, it's hard to deny the gravity of your connection, and it affects everybody. Yeah, because we had the Sun, which is confidence, and what else? Aries. Okay, and then one last card. Anything else that you need to know? The Hierophant. Okay, so some people read the Hierophant as the marriage card. I never do, but there are people who are going to expect this to become something very committed. So I'm reading the Hierophant here as commitment, even though I don't typically take it that way, just for future reference. But because I feel like people are expecting this to head in that particular way. I don't think it matters, though. I feel like you're just having fun, and you're allowed to have fun and take this at your own pace. Yeah, 6 of Wands. You're enjoying yourself. 10 of Wands. You just kind of wish people would shut up about it. And the Wheel of Fortune reversed. This is faded. Ooh. Queen of Cups reversed. 10 of Cups reversed. You're afraid of getting hurt, though, and I don't blame you. So this would explain why you're just kind of keeping yourself to yourself. Oh, I'm hearing that song by Bjork this time. What song is it? Pagan Poetry? The part where she sings, I love him, I love him, I love him. And then the background is like, she loves him, she loves him, she loves him. And she says, this time I'm going to keep it all to myself. This time I'm going to keep me all to myself. It's like, you don't want people to know, because you don't want to get, like, should this not work out, you don't want to be embarrassed. Should this not work out, you don't want to feel like, you don't want it to be obvious that this person would end up breaking your heart. But a lot of you, you're just expecting that, as opposed to going with the flow here with this person. If you don't have a person, you will, I promise you, because I feel like you're going to remember this reading. It's like you're going to be with somebody and they're going to make you so happy, and the world is going to know. And there's going to be that part of you that's like, just, you don't want them to know because you've been hurt before. And you don't want people to see your vulnerability, and that's fair. That truly is your business. And, you know, I'm not here to tell you how to handle that. I'm just here to tell you to not think so, I guess, to let go of the pessimism, because every relationship is different, you know? But this is beautiful. Regardless, you're glowing, pile 4. You really are. So let's go ahead and move on to some closing advice, closing messages. This reading has been fun, by the way. I thought this was going to be all, I mean, it is gossip, but like a lot of it has been fun. So if you're coming from a different pile, this could definitely be a different person. Because a lot of the previous piles, I feel like, well, not all of them. Let me not say anything about the previous piles. But let's get some channeled messages. This could be from the person you're seeing, or this could be from the people who are watching you through this glow of you looking really, really good. In some cases, maybe this person is long distance, so therefore you can't really show them off the way you wish you could. So for my pile 4, channeled messages. I've liked you for a really long time. There's somebody here who's liked you for a while. It could be this person that's making you glow. Wow, you are beautiful. You are looking so beautiful. Also, the people who were liking you for a long time and never took their shot with you, they're regretting it because they're seeing that you're probably getting a little serious with this person. My intentions can be selfish at times. Yeah, so some people are looking on with jealousy, and I feel like people selfishly want to know exactly what's going on with you. It's like, why are you happy? How did you find this person? Some of you have like romantic rivals, and the best way I can explain this, if you have a group of friends who is also single and all of you like to go out and like there's a bit of a rivalry here, I don't think you go after the same person, but I feel like somebody here is kind of annoyed or mad that you found somebody and they haven't. Therefore, they're a little bit selfish here and wanting and hoping that you don't end up happy with somebody so that you can stay single. I know that's not everybody, but I've seen this happen in certain friend circles. We have, I'm spying on you. Oh, why are people like all up in your business? Somebody's spying on you. Pile 4. And if you've been watching every single reading in this entire reading, every single pile in this reading, I feel like there's a whole story here, starting with like 1 or 2 people. Very interesting. You fuel my creativity. You are somebody's muse here. This could be the person you're seeing, or maybe they fuel your creativity. They definitely inspire to look, dress, and feel better. Yeah, I kind of like whatever this person is doing for you. And I don't know what to do. Maybe you don't know what to do about this. Like maybe you just wish people would shut up or like keep to themselves or just not worry about your romantic life. But I feel like you're somebody who draws romantic attention because you're either very good looking to begin with, or people are just, maybe everybody else around you already is in a partnership or is married or whatever. So you're like, you're kind of like a bit of excitement to otherwise not single people. Like you're probably a hot single young thing and they want to know what's up with you. They want to know about your life because it's cute. And they probably aren't. Back of the deck. I can't get over you. I swear, some people here, they had their shot with you, they didn't take it, and now they're regretting it, and they can't get over it. Okay, let's get your tea leaves to close this pile out. This has been one of my favorites. It's really cute, because you have a secret somebody, and you're not telling anyone, and that's okay. Or you will. Or you will. So pile 4. July, so you can meet them or see them in July. Bell announcement. You may even announce this. Like when it's finally time to reveal. Soft reveal. Is that what that is? A soft reveal of your person? When it's finally time to reveal them, I feel like it's going to be heard around the world and all your exes are going to call you up and be like, hey, so I heard ... Dark woman. Dealings or relationship with a woman with dark complexion or hair. If you're into women, this person could be a dark woman. Either they have dark hair or a dark complexion, or they're just darker for their ethnicity. We have hills, obstacles to overcome. Yeah, there's certain obstacles here. Like maybe this connection is a bit difficult, but I feel like you will, not difficult, like it's off, like terribly difficult, but there's certain obstacles to overcome here. Especially, for example, if it's like a long distance thing. We have mule. Someone is extremely stubborn and unwilling to change. That would be the people who thought they had a chance with you and now they don't. Valley. Deep personal strength and peace that assures success. I feel like you will be in this state of mind when you finally get with this person, or when you reveal who this person is. You're going to be very at peace with yourself and you're not really going to care what anybody has to say. Back of the deck, teardrops. Great personal sorrow. You're going to make some people cry over this. It's like, oh no, pile 4 is off the market. Maybe for good. But this is where I leave it, pile 4. Thank you so much for letting me read for you. If you feel like doing so, you can like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next reading. Take care. Hello there, pile 5. If you chose the owl, the soapstone owl, then we have your reading here for you about what people have been hearing about you. This could be one particular person or a group of people. We're going to see who that is in the oracles. These cards are meant to represent you and what they've heard about you. And in some cases, it could even represent them depending on who it is. So let's go ahead and look at your cards. You actually got 2 of these. We have Sword and the Vision. Interesting. The Void. There's something about reality here, something about bursting your bubble, or you seeing through the illusion, you seeing through something. You've definitely, you're not one to be taken for a fool. Look how we have 2 owls here in this card, and you chose the owl stone. So definitely this is my pile of very highly, connected people, connected to source. You're very spiritual, that's for sure. I don't know if this person knows this or not, or maybe they've become aware, or there's just something about your visions that are, first of all, you're always very accurate or on point, or there's something here about your particular abilities that is kind of going around. I do feel it's one particular person who's very aware of this. I'm not sure if they're telling other people. And then we have Kendrick Lamar. Become the cure, not the symptom. Don't demand respect, command it. You can be broke without being broken. Love this card. Absolutely love. I'm actually not the biggest fan of Kendrick Lamar. I do appreciate some of his music though. But there's something about you really spilling the truth, because I'm thinking of that song where he pretty much called out Drake for a lot of his BS. So you're definitely somebody. Look, you are. I'm going to put him next to the Sword because I feel like that really suits his energy. I want to say he's a Gemini though. Yeah, look, you're able to see through people. You are able to see through people. No one can take you for a fool. And I think that's kind of become your what's it called? Your MO. It's become your whole thing. Like, people know not to take you for a fool, because if they try to, if they know you will, if they know you do, you're going to call them out. I feel like people are low-key afraid of you, but not in a terroristic way. It's more like, people know that if they try to mess with you, you're going to have the comeback that I feel like they weren't expecting. So definitely, like, you're very wise, absolutely wise, regardless of your age, experience, whatever. You have that Gemini energy where you're not afraid to call people out in the way that they need to be called out. Because I feel like people may even accuse you of looking for trouble. You don't. You know that if trouble finds you, you're going to give it back. It's like, what do they say in Spanish? No me busquen porque me encuentran. Because it basically means, don't look for me because you'll find me. You'll find me. That's what I'm hearing. But that said, I feel like there's definitely a fear here. I want to put my owl right here. You're very wise. If you work with goddesses, definitely all the gods of wisdom are coming through. So Athena, Thoth, who else? Odin in Nordic mythology. Let's go ahead and get the rest of your cards. Who is this person? I feel like it's several people. Gemini energy in general is talk. So the talk going around town. This could be a friend of yours, maybe a friend of yours who's really into Kendrick Lamar. Why is his name so hard to say? Kendrick Lamar. Kendrick Lamar. I guess I'm having trouble saying that name right now. I'm sorry, Kendrick. But, or lovers of Kendrick. But yeah, you are the cure, not the symptom. And people may accuse you of being a problem. And the truth is, I think you deliver a lot of hard truths when people don't want to hear them. Therefore, they think you're a problem. It's very much kind of like that black sheep energy, especially with the Void here. The Void here lets me know that you have no problems with anybody, or if you do, you know exactly how to handle them. So I feel like there's a combination of lovers and haters here who are talking about how accurate you are about your particular way of saying things, being perceptive. You see through people. You see through things, you see through situations, but you also know how to handle them. Some people think you're a little bit of a genius, actually, but like low-key, nobody really recognizes that. I feel like that's a select few people. This is a collective that I'm channeling, by the way. I'm not getting one particular person, at least not yet. So let's go ahead and get your cards. If you do have haters, if you have dealt with people who are haters, I feel like they think you're a bit of a genius because, for example, you're not somebody who's just going to block somebody. You're somebody who's going to post what you need to post, tell that person what you need to tell them, whether it's something accurate or not accurate. You're going to tell them what they need to hear, and you're going to handle that situation well. My God. Pile 5. The card you got was Sun, the creation of, the gaining of respect for or from things brought to life or light. Specifically, things brought to light and gaining respect for or from. So you have people's respect. You have people's respect, much like how Kendrick called out Drake. People kind of respect you for that, even if otherwise they didn't really think much of you before or after the fact. I feel like you've handled somebody really, really well. And people are kind of in awe because I feel like this particular person was very difficult to deal with. For some of you, it could be in your family, and for some of you, it could be in the workplace. And in some cases, I feel like people really respect what you do, what you say, and how you've handled things. And even the way I'm talking, it's very like animated. It's very punchy. I don't typically speak that way, but this could either be the people that are talking about you that are talking this way, or this could even be you and how you handle people. There's kind of like I said, there's no animosity here, but the way you handle the situation could feel that way. Like maybe people could easily mistake the way you handle things for as very antagonistic. Let's go ahead and get more cards for you. But yeah, you have a lot of people's respect. I also love what his hoodie says. I love this hoodie. It says Dreamer, which makes me think of Pisces energy. I haven't looked at Kendrick's complete astrological natal chart, but I know he's a Gemini, which makes sense. That would be, especially with somebody in the rap community, you tend to find a lot of Geminis and Sagittariuses because they kind of mirror each other, because they're really good with words, specifically like the gift of being able to make wordplay. So in the rap community, that's very common. We have the Crossroad. Interesting. Some of you have had to make a very particular choice. You know what's interesting though? This is number 15, which makes me think of the Devil card in tarot. Let me get the rest of your cards though. I kind of need I need a little bit of a break from the energy of these people and how they view you and what they've heard about you. Mostly they've heard that you haven't, there's somebody here that you did not put up with, and I mean you did not put up with it. We have self-inquiry. Again, number 15. I wonder if the 15th of any month is important here. Maybe somebody was born on the 15th. For my pile 5. Oh, and this is number 5, which is divisible by 15. Or 15 is divisible by 5. That's what I meant. Esther, new beginnings. Some of you are in a new phase of your life. And I don't know if this has anything to do with that, but people are very much recognizing it. Especially with the sun, I feel like you're very much in the public eye and you're kind of not shying away from it either. We have Ellen of the Ways, patterns. Yeah, you're breaking patterns, or you're really good at seeing patterns. When you understand that life can be cyclical, I feel like it's easy to understand patterns. And maybe people have said that you're psychic, but truth is, I think you just recognize patterns. I know before I truly tapped into my intuition, I would just recognize patterns. And usually they were right, because when people don't recognize their own BS, they're bound to repeat it. This is why I care so much about looking at the past. This is why history is a subject that should consistently and constantly be studied so we can avoid it. Because, I mean, and don't get me wrong, there are certain cyclical things that cannot be helped. Like, for example, everybody will go through their Saturn return, but not everybody will handle it the same way. I feel like some people handle it better than others. Some people literally don't survive it. We have Journey Labyrinth. You're really good at solving something here. You're a really good riddle solver. As to where some people would see something as a void, you see it as something solvable. I feel like you're capable of finding things or finding meaning where other people don't, or you're good at seeing through whatever. Like, some people may think somebody is very transparent, but you don't trust that. You know that nobody is transparent, or even if they are, you know that even within every transparency, there is something deeper that maybe it's not for you to tap into, but you can't help but do so. I feel like you're very observant. You're very, maybe not objective, but definitely you're good at seeing through people. People wonder how you do it. We also have Column with stability. Yeah, you're a very stable presence. And Lion with power. Some people wonder how you don't go crazy with power, because I feel like if some people had your ability, your skill, they would go crazy with it. And maybe there are people with power who kind of want to take advantage of it. I do see and feel that for some of you. The last card. Last card from the Sacred Creators Oracle. And then I'll tap more into what people have heard about you. I'm hearing crazy stuff, and not in a bad way either. Or if it is bad, it's like respect. There's respect here regardless. Fall in love with your own story. People have fallen in love with your story. It's not just your own story. I feel like people truly, truly, truly respect what they've heard about you. So, like I said, for a lot of you, you're very psychic, or you have a way of seeing through people, so you could take either or both. You're very observant, you're also very intelligent, but I feel like a lot of people, at least before, I feel like there's been some sort of pivotal change. It used to be that people didn't see how smart you were, and then you were put in a particular situation, position, or some sort of ordeal where they started seeing exactly what you were made of, and they were like, holy crap, pile five is to be taken seriously. And I don't feel like you set it out to be that way. I just feel like I keep hearing the gunshot heard around the world. People started taking you seriously, to the point where I think some people even see you as a threat. Not everybody. I feel like most people would see that you're somebody to have on their side. And it wouldn't surprise me if people kind of vie for your, not for your attention, well, maybe for your attention. They vie for your, for your loyalty, I guess. They vie for your a partnership, for they want you on their side, essentially is what I'm trying to say. They want you on their side because they understand that you're capable of seeing things where people do not see them. I keep being called to this void. It's like you're not afraid to go low. You're not afraid to go dark because you know that's where you find the answers sometimes. And again, I'm not saying that you're a bad person, though I could easily see how people would mistake you for a bad person. It's just that you understand that sometimes you have to get dirty in order to clean things up, you know? That's what I'm seeing. So you're definitely somebody that's not afraid of tapping into your, for example, your shadow or your dark side. I think that's why the number 15 keeps coming up here. Because that, like I said, that's the devil energy, which is usually bad habits, but it could also be that side of you that you do not like, but sometimes has to come through in order to get things done. So this would be, I feel like this is mostly in the workplace. If not in the workplace, then it could be like within a group of friends. Like, this is like if you're out with friends at a restaurant and let's say you have horrible service and you know somebody gets their wrong order, or maybe somebody got, I don't know, and you have the friend who doesn't want to make a fuss, and maybe all of you understand that you don't want to give, you know, your waiters a hard time, but sometimes, just sometimes, we do end up with like really terrible service and we don't want to blame anything. This would be that friend who isn't afraid to speak to the manager, and not even in a mean way. It's more like, hey, we have not been getting good service. You know, this is the kind of energy you have. Like, you're not afraid to do the things that everybody else is afraid to do because you understand that it doesn't make you a bad person. You just understand your self-worth or the worth of others. Because we all have that one friend who, no matter what they do, they just don't want to make a fuss. They don't want to make, you know, they don't want to make a problem out of anything. That's where the stability card comes through. People trust and rely on you to get things done in your own way. Like I said, it doesn't have to be nasty. I just feel like you're not afraid of being called a villain, because I feel like in the past people have called you this anyway. Like I said, black sheep energy. Another way of seeing this is like, you know, if somebody is getting disrespected, you're not afraid to stand up for them. You're not going to allow people to get taken for a fool. I feel like people really understand this about you and absolutely respect you for it. Yeah, you don't demand respect, you command it. So you never ask for respect. I feel like that's not something you really care about for yourself. I think it just finds you because, like I said, you command it. People understand what you're worth. People understand what you do. You can be broke without being broken. I feel like your background doesn't matter. What people truly appreciate about you is your integrity. It's your power, this silent power that you have. I mean, you could easily be a fire sign here, Leo, Sagittarius, or Aries. But I think regardless, you kind of command power when you step into a room. People know to take you seriously when you step into a room. People do not oversee you. And I say this because I've had, you know, higher ups that whenever they stepped into a room, people didn't really take them seriously because they didn't command that power. They may be in a position of power, but they didn't command it. Meanwhile, I've known people who, you know, were in a much far less position, who right away people respected them because they just had an aura about them, like this air, this energy about them that people knew to take seriously. I feel like that's how you are. The colors coming through are very interesting. It's a combination of like red, pink, and a little bit of yellow here, and then there's green over here. So this lets me know that the self-love that you have, this self-inquiry, is something that you really gained. So whatever you have going on, this isn't just you assuming that you deserve everything. You really had to work hard to get to a point where you respect yourself and in turn understand the worth and value of others as well. So this isn't something where you wake up one day and feel like you're king or queen of the universe. No, this is something where you've slowly worked up the nerve and the courage to value yourself. And I feel like this is another reason why people take you seriously. This combined with your ability to see through a lot of BS. You could definitely be somebody in power. If not, I feel like you will end up being somebody in power because of just how you handle life, whether it's within your own workspace, your group of friends, whatever the case may be. Maybe you work for yourself. There's something rather magical about your journey too, because with Labyrinth, I'm thinking a little bit of like the hero's journey or any fairy tale. Like maybe you literally have a rags to riches kind of story here. For some of you, I'm going to read from self-inquiry because I realized it says reflection, purpose, and individuation. You're not afraid of being singled out. You're not afraid of being different from everybody because you understand that that is what makes you you. Like you don't go with the flow. You don't follow everybody. You always understood that your journey was meant to be very different from everybody else's. So you're not afraid of being called out. You're not afraid of being alone. You're not afraid of being self-reliant. People, again, truly respect this because I feel like there's people out there who don't know how to be independent or don't know how to not be codependent is a better way. With Crossroad, I do feel like some of you may have had like some sort of difficult decision lately and people are hearing about this as well. But yeah, they're hearing that you are not to be effed with, you are not to be messed with, pile 5. But there's also a lot of respect here. And again, there's something about your story. It wouldn't surprise me if people ask you a lot about yourself because it seems like they don't understand how somebody like you ended up doing the things that you do or ended up with the kind of personality that you have. Because I feel like other people would not have been able to handle it. And honestly, even me, just reading your energy, if this is what they've heard about you, if this are the rumors circulating about you, I feel like I respect you too. So pile 5, let's get your astro dice. For my pile 5. We have, I can't remember if this is the north or south node, but regardless, there's something about destiny here. We have Taurus energy, which honestly, I feel definitely fits this. You know what's funny? I always thought because the way Tauruses are described, I'm a Taurus, and I always heard them be described as like, you know, serene, peaceful, gentle, lazy, you know, just chill AF. But then I've had friends, specifically it was a Gemini friend who pointed this out last time, the most recent time I heard it. Tauruses don't put up with BS. They do not. Like, you know, they create BS because they're bulls, so they know exactly when they see it. They do not put up with anything. So I feel like you might have that particular thing going on here. I know I do from time to time. It's like they will not be disrespected, and when they have their own sense of morals or their own sense of how things should be done, they stand their ground. So I feel like, yeah, it's a very badass energy that I'm feeling here. You have that badass bull energy. The 5th house, you know what's odd though? I feel like you're actually a very fun person though, because the 5th house is a house of like joy, creativity, art, dating, flirtation, also children. Maybe some of you are actually really good with kids as well, or you know how to handle kids. That would actually make sense. If some of you work like with children in schools or elementary school, or maybe if you just babysit, maybe you know how to handle the most difficult children and people have mad respect for that. Oh, I know there's a lot of teachers who would absolutely agree. You know, every school has that handful of kids who are just absolute delinquents and nobody knows how to handle them, and you might be the one teacher who knows how to do that. So take this as it resonates. With North and South Node though, I do feel you're actually following your life purpose because regardless of whether it's North or South, because like I said, I don't remember which one's which, but you're definitely following your life purpose here. You could have North or South Node in Taurus. Specifically, I'm hearing North Node in Taurus. Or Gemini, because I said Gemini's coming through here. Leo as well. I know I have the South Node in Leo. The Sun on your North Node or South Node or in the 5th house. I feel like people like really do end up liking you. Like you're very likable, oddly enough. I feel like the more in your power you become, the more likable you are. Especially if in the past you've been more either disempowered or quiet or just, you know, more of a wallflower. I feel like the more you step into your power, the more people like you, oddly enough. So yeah, I want to go ahead and move on to the tarot because like I said, this is a group of people. I want to see specifically what people, though it does feel more like workplace situation because I feel like that would be the only place where this kind of talk would happen. Maybe within your friend group. Especially if your friend group is big enough that you have conflict with people. I am going to say the song that I was channeling. It was actually, what's it called? Beyonce's Tyrant. So maybe some people see you as a tyrant, but that song kind of glorifies the tyrannical aspect of the heroine they speak about. So I feel like some of you may definitely, it's like being in your villain era, but not being sorry for it. So pile 5, let's go ahead and get your tarot cards. So I want to see who this is, what else they're saying, and if this will affect you somehow. I was going to say if it'll get back to you, but I feel like some of you have actually heard this and have a hard time believing it. So this might just be confirmation of what your friends or colleagues have told you. So who these people are, people who have been disempowered or people who you have helped are the ones talking about you this way. People who otherwise, I feel like they really appreciate your help. They've appreciated where you've been there for them, where you've done things for them. These are people who are disempowered. We have the 10 of Swords reversed, so it could be 10 people in total. But I feel like these are people that at one point were at a very low point in their life, and you've helped them somehow, whether it was through your words, acts of kindness, or any other thing going on here. You're really good at helping people. And I feel like this is why they see you as very powerful, because people don't understand they don't understand the gravitation of one simple act of kindness here. And I feel like a lot of you are very much this way. Okay, let's get confirmation on what exactly they are saying. Page of Cups, Seeker of Cups, that you really do have a heart. That I feel like part of the reason you stand up for people, it's because you have a passion, you have a drive, you care about people. So even if you call people out, I feel like sometimes you even come from a place of wanting better for them. It's kind of like, and I say this a lot because, I mean, I'm an older sister and sometimes I have to call out my sisters on their stuff. And I say it with love. I don't say it to be mean to them, at least not anymore. We're not petty as we used to be, at least, you know, I am, but it's like we call each other out on our BS, but it comes from a place of love. I feel like you're this very same way. So let's say you are in a position of power. Maybe you're a manager at a workplace and you're trying to help like the new hires or the younger people who are trying to get somewhere, and you see that they're acting a certain way. I feel like you call them out on their BS, and you don't do it because you hate them. You do it because you want to see them do better. So I feel like this is, again, why people, they may mistake you for not having a heart, but the truth is you do. I want to see any, like, what may happen because of this. We have the 8 of Swords. People are going to start seeing you differently. I feel like they already have, because I do feel there's certain people who misunderstand you, or people who have been blind to the impact that you bring to an environment. You definitely bring a certain impact, whether they recognize this or not. And at some point, it's going to be undeniable just what you bring to a certain situation. Again, I'm using the workplace because I feel like this applies there more, but take it how you need to. The example I'm being shown, let's say you're in a workplace and they switch you from department to department. You're in a certain department and they notice that, oh, suddenly the department is doing well, and they can't figure out why. I feel like you're very easy to look over, or to overlook. And once you leave that place, it's like, well, why isn't it succeeding? And somebody's going to figure out, oh, it's actually pile 5 and whatever they were doing. And maybe they themselves can't exactly figure out what you're doing or what what impact you're bringing to that department, but they're going to start recognizing it. Honestly, I feel like certain people just can't see it, because what you bring, quite literally, it's an energy. Quite literally, it could be the small things you do here and there. It could be the inspiration that you bring to the people around you even. I feel like they work better when they're with you, just because they like you or because they trust you. We have the 7 of Globes. Yeah, the 7 of Pentacles reversed. You make things move smoothly. You make things easy for people, either because you do a lot of work or because they're inspired to do work for you. So people are going to quickly recognize your value, or if they don't, it's going to suck for them. I'm seeing specifically certain people that are being warned of, well, not warned about you, but they're being let know, like they're letting them know about you. And I feel like it's going to be up to them whether they get to keep you or whether they get to give you something that you deserve, something along those lines, because that would explain the Crossroads card in the oracles, because I was having a little bit of trouble with that. Let's get one last card. Will this impact you in any way? 7 of Wands. regardless, I feel like your power is going to be known. You're going to take yourself where you need to go and where you are valued. Seven of Wands is accountability. And by that, I mean like you understand what you're worth. So you're going to act accordingly. Interesting that came through. Same thing with people. Like if they lose you, they lose you. That's on them. And maybe you've been this way, for example, in relationships. Maybe you've had partners who didn't value what you had to bring to a relationship, or they weren't treating you right, or you were asking for, you know, the bare minimum, or maybe something just above bare minimum, and it wasn't delivered. So you had to act accordingly. And I feel like you always do. That's just part of the reason you do what you do, Pile 5. Let's go ahead and get more cards. So this is meant to be your perspective. I'm just going to get cards for you. I want to see what's up with you because I'm very curious about your energy. We have the World. You understand you don't need anybody or anything. I'm hearing you've started from scratch before and you can do it again. You don't like to, but you will. So regardless of where you go, you're going to be fine. But there is something here about you I'm hearing perfection with the World reversed, but people do not see it, or they just don't want to accept it. I am getting this a little bit more romantically as well, because now that I've spoken about relationships, it makes sense. Maybe certain people are understanding your worth and value in any relationship, any romantic relationship, or even friendship. And I feel like there's people out there who have they've either fumbled you, they've either rejected you, or something along the lines here. But like somebody is letting them know, actually, Pile 5 is a really great person. And I don't understand how you didn't say yes to that, or how you didn't manage to keep that person. So interesting. Let's go ahead and get more cards. That would explain the Page of Cups too, because I feel like you've dealt with a lot of emotional immaturity. Yeah, the Knight of Cups reversed. People have fumbled you. People have fumbled you romantically is what I'm hearing. You know, they took you for granted. They didn't have what it took to keep you. And some people are even kicking themselves over this. We have the Nine of Pentacles. You're happy on your own. You are so happy. You are at a place right now where you're like 99% happy, and that 1% could be something very trivial, like maybe finding love or romance, or maybe finding like a house or something. Whatever 1% you have that you feel would make you happy is something that you could actually live without. Because let's face it, if we've only been 99% happy our entire lives, that's still pretty freaking good. Like maybe you don't have everything, but you are happy with yourself here. Like you understand your worth. Nine of Pentacles, that's definitely you understanding your worth. Four of Wands, you're also very happy. You're not afraid of celebrating things where they need to be celebrated, whether it's your own success or other people's success. I feel like you really lift people up. I feel like you're really good at like bringing out the best in people as well. Or at the very least, like they want to do their best for you. I wonder if some of you are teachers. I feel like this is either like management teachers, or so, like there's a group of people that look up to you is what I'm seeing. Maybe you also have something on social media here and you have like very loyal fans. And the Ten of Cups reversed. I feel like you truly are happy, but if you're not, it's literally due to very small trivial things. Maybe some of you don't have a romantic life. Maybe some of you don't yet have the home that you want. Maybe some of you, Kendrick Lamar, what did he say? You can be broke without being broken. Yeah, maybe some of you are broke, but you're not broken, you know? I feel like you may not have everything, but you're happy enough, and that's all that matters. And I feel like that is such a beautiful energy to be in. If you're not currently in that energy right now, Pile 5, I promise it's coming for you. Just focus on yourself and focus on being the best at whatever you do, as well as seeing the best in everybody. Because when you keep up in that energy, it's very high vibrational. You bring beautiful things to you. And I'm kind of tearing up a little bit right now because, you know, this is wonderful energy to be in. And I feel like some of you don't really believe that you can be in that, but I promise you, you can. I'm also seeing that some of you actually don't care about romance right now, because the Knight of Cups reversed, it's like, even if you have suitors, you're kind of not really caring about that. You're focusing on you. You're focusing on your bag, your success, and the emotional satisfaction that you know you are capable of. What's back of the deck? We have, the Seven of Cups reversed. I feel like you have so many options. You might be a little bit overwhelmed with the options that you have, both in life and career, in maybe finding a home. Maybe you're trying to decide where to move to, what to do. Ten of Pentacles. You're gaining your stability, and you're not allowing, oh my God, Nine of Cups, King of Swords. Yeah. A lot of you are currently healing and it's looking amazing on you. There was a similar pile, I want to say it was the previous one, where people were saying that you were glowing, and it had something to do with a relationship that may or may not be true. But I feel like in this case, you really are glowing regardless of what else is going on, because you've decided to prioritize yourself and put yourself first and make your life the most absolutely beautiful thing ever. And people, you truly inspire people, pile 5, including myself. Let me get a little bit of this because it's amazing. But let's go ahead and move on to your closing advice here. I feel like every single pile in this reading has had like some sort of journey. Like if you were to watch it from beginning to end, there's like a whole story. So if you're one of those rare people that watches an entire reading, even if it's hours long, first of all, thank you and bless you, because I don't know how you can listen to a reading for that long. And 2, this has been an interesting reading. I almost didn't want to do it, but I was called to. So these are going to be channeled messages. This could be from people, maybe a particular person, or just things that you may need to hear. For pile 5, we have, I'm planning on calling you soon. Yeah, people are wanting to talk to you. People want to know what you're doing, what you're up to. We have, you're a great friend. You're definitely a great friend. Like I said, you uplift people. People are inspired by you. I've liked you for a really long time. So this could either be platonic, like people have really thought you were cool for a while, or this could be more romantic. Maybe there's certain crushes out there who are still awed by you. I've been up all night thinking about you. Yeah, you keep people up at night thinking, how does pile 5 do it? How does pile 5 do the things that they do without, you know, losing hope, or without seemingly, you know, hurting themselves in the process? I am not sure what I am feeling. You're good at helping people figure out what they're feeling or what they're going through. I feel like you give really great advice. Back of the deck, I have a hard time communicating. And you're one of those people who, whenever people have a hard time communicating, you're really good at putting into words what they feel, what they're going through. I feel like you have very strong empathic powers. Like I said, some of you are very spiritually connected. So you're good at helping people understand themselves. Maybe some of you have a tarot channel as well, because I feel like a lot of what I've described could be many, many of the tarot people here on YouTube. So let's go ahead and get your tea leaves, which could give us any more indication of what's going on, or what people have heard about you. All great stuff, that's for sure. And even when it's not great, mad respect as well. So pile 5. Apple. Temptation will test you. They wonder how you've managed to like resist temptation. Take that whichever way you will. You know what I've never noticed in this card? There's like a snake right here with like his mouth open, and there's an apple. I always thought that was just another branch. I've never noticed that until now. Very interesting. Maybe some of you don't see temptation as temptation. Maybe you have a different perspective on that. We also have mule. Someone is extremely stubborn and unwilling to change. I mean, you could see this as both negative and positive. If this is you, like, again, you stand your ground, you stand firm in your beliefs. And if this is somebody else, maybe you just know how to deal with stubborn people. And it would make sense that a stubborn person knows how to handle a stubborn person. We have March. Maybe some of you are born in March, or the time of March could be important. We have I, psychic ability, trust your intuition. Like I said, you guys have amazing psychic ability, and you use it in conjunction with everything else that you know. Rainbow, the most difficult part of a situation is over. A lot of you, I feel like a lot of the difficult times are now in your past. Like they're no longer in your future, they're in your past. Or you've gone through enough difficult times so you know that if anything else difficult arises in your future, you will know how to handle it. And maybe some people like contact you whenever they're going through their difficult times. What did I say? The owl is so important here. This is not the first reading where owls have popped up like multiple times throughout a reading. And I get that a lot of these cards, you know, they love the owl symbology for its wisdom and spiritual abilities. But my goodness, pile 5. Good advice from a wise person. That's you. You're the wise person who gives amazing advice. One more card. Bird flying. News is on the way. So you're about to hear some stuff from people. I feel like it's good, positive stuff, or it could just be important information that you need. You could also be the kind of person who receives the information that you need at just the right time. That could be, I mean, intuition works in that way as well. Like sometimes it'll come through in the form of other people who have information to tell you at the right time in the right way. But this is where I leave it, pile 5. Thank you so much for letting me read for you. It's been a privilege. I love this energy. So much respect for you. If you feel like doing so, you can like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next reading. Take care.